We are also going to be starting in the Italian Empire. If you're not from there, then you've been given special leave in order to be. Each of you has been given a letter from the Frontier Guild, asking for you to show up at a certain tavern in how do you pronounce it? Caldera. All right. Telling you to show up in New Caldera and with the promise of a job. They're offering you work. I am assuming you all go.
I mean, I already have a job, but yeah, I'll go. I don't want to get black bagged again.
I did that once.
That was one time.
Yeah, I go.
Nick, are you also going?
Yeah, I'm definitely heading there.
Excellent. Just wanted to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, so when you guys arrive at this tavern, it's a lot of tavern in the front, but business in the back type building. If you ever played the Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn, it's like their adventuring guild. There's a lot going on in the background, but there's a nice little tavern area in the front, and drinks are being poured and whatnot, and there is an individual standing behind the bar, tending things, essentially. Small human woman, blonde hair, green eyes, sort of attempting to do her job. The place itself is not terribly busy, but it looks like it's a lot of careers and people going back and forth and whatnot. Some of the tables are full. It just looks like a regular tavern-esque style building.
All right, I will go up to the tavern lady and indicate that I have this letter from the Frontiers Guild.
Fantastic. She directs you towards the table, tells you that they're waiting on 2 other people, and that once you're all here, you will all be taken into the back to have a discussion with one of the members of the Frontier Guild.
Well, I'll pull up a chair then.
I'm assuming Josh and Nick also show up at some point.
Yeah, if I wasn't already in there, I'll show up right around that same.
Yeah, that sounds about right for me too.
Okay, you guys get the same general invitation. They don't tell you who else in the tavern is going to be called in. They just sort of assume that you'll find each other, or if not, you will when you go to the back to get called. So a man comes out of the back. He's wearing like proper, very prim looking like jacket, overcoat type scenario. Gray hair slicked back. Looks very, very formal. And he's like, I'm looking for a how do you pronounce this? I'm not Cadra Charon.
Yeah, I'll just kind of wave at him and stand up and head in his general direction.
And he just sort of nods at you and like takes a step away slightly because you're a tiefling and he's never seen a tiefling before.
There's the racism.
And then he looks back to the paper, and a Phelan, Athna.
I stand up and walk over.
It's like, all right, and he gives you just a little bit of a nod. And Gregg.
Oh, hey, no, that's... You just say Gregg. It's Gregg with 3 G's, but it's just pronounced Gregg.
And he just gives you a weird look as well, because, again, they don't see very many fireballs. He's just, like, nodding, looking around at the group of the 3 of you. Yes, excellent. Will the 3 of you please come into the back room with me, please? We have a meeting, and I'd like to get this over and done with, please.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'd love to. After you, gentlemen.
I nod and follow.
Great. So all three of you are taken into a cozy little office room in the back. When I say cozy, I mean like you guys are fitting in there. Kind of. It's basically the size of Nick's old kitchen. So all of you are standing around this room. There's a lot of papers and various books and things just all over the room. It's messy organized. He knows where everything is. And he's like, okay, excellent. So I take it you have all received our letter. We have an offer of employment for the three of you together as a group. Is that going to be any kind of issue with anyone here? Do you work well with others? Just straight off the bat, I need to know.
I mean,
kind of shrug and say I don't have a problem with working with other people.
I haven't worked with a lot of people usually, but I'm always down to try something new.
And I'm used to working in a team. It's no problem for me at all.
Excellent, excellent. Fantastic. We have some very sensitive information for you here and a very lucrative job offer. It would take you some time to complete, I imagine, but all of your needs and supplies would be provided by us, and when you return from an expedition, we would pay you a sum. Essentially, we want you to keep someone alive.
What kind of sum are we talking here? And what kind of someone are we keeping alive?
We have recently discovered a new set of islands, not yet, or shards, I should say, not yet categorized on the maps. And so, as you know, there will be a bidding war for these. But it is unusual of the size and scope of the shards that we have found. So we would like a group to go and map them and see what is there. So we have a cartographer that we would like you to keep alive.
Does he have experience doing this sort of thing before?
I won't say that he's the best, but he isn't incapable.
Suppose this is more of a you get what you pay for then.
And we will be paying you well, depending on the size and scope of the shard in question that you are sent to at the time. There are about 30 shards total that have to be explored and mapped and as whatnot, but their size and scope ranges. So if you go there and you're there for 2 hours, we will pay you for 2 hours. If you're there for 3 days, we will pay you for the 3 days that it takes you to map this entire shard. We're looking at anywhere from 5,000 gold for a small shard up to possibly 100,000, depending on how big it is.
Is that lump sum or is that per?
That's per.
Per person.
Correct.
That sounds like what I'm doing already.
Excellent. We will have others to come and assist you, depending on how large the shard is, and what we've heard about some of them. There are strange rumors. There always are in these types of situations. But I suppose you would like to meet the cartographer you're supposed to be keeping alive.
Yeah, that should probably happen.
Very well. Give me but a moment. And he gets up and walks over towards the door and opens it and sticks his head out. Sandlar, you're needed in this room, please. And he walks back into the room, leaves the door open. And in walks a human. He looks a little, we're gonna say rookie for the for the joke of it all,
He's not going to make it past the first shard, guys.
he has short, brown hair. He's in his mid 30s. You know, he's looking like he's seen some time. And he comes in, big smile on his face, little cocky looking. Yes, hello. My name is Sandlarm, and I am the cartographer. I usually stay here and copy the maps, but I've been told that I need to go out for this one. I'm very excited to work with all of you.
Yeah, you seem like a fine gentleman. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Gregg. That's Gregg with 3 G's, but it's just pronounced Gregg.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you there, Gregg. And he goes ahead and shakes your hand.
I'm going to give him a gruff, wordless nod.
So,
I'll just give him a little head nod salute thing. Name's Phelan.
okay, so we've also got Phelan here, and we've got
Cadre.
okay, Cadre. That's great. So we'll be working closely together for the next little while. I look forward to your protection while I make these maps. And he like adjusts his glasses a little bit and shuffles around. Oh, I have a companion with me, and he'll be come with us on our adventures. Chuff always comes with me on my adventures, and I will. He's outside. I can show him to you. Do you guys have any mounts or anything you guys need taken care of? We can have that put in. Let me know what you need.
I walked. I think I'm okay on that front.
I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go along.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, like Gregg said, once we get to the shard, it may just be a lot of walking. Who knows?
Alrighty. If you guys need any supplies before we leave, you know, the guild is covering that for you. So, stock up on some basic stuff before we go, maybe, and then I can meet you outside, show you my companion, and we can get a skip over there and check out this first shard, see how we all work together, yeah?
How are we getting to the shard specifically?
Oh, we have a skiff prepared, friend.
All right. I kind of like awkwardly make my way to the door, squeezing between everybody.
All right. So he follows after you, mumbling along the way, just to himself about seemingly nothing, like getting supplies together and whatnot. Odd little individual.
You met us?
Yes, I have. So he walks you out to front, and I'm assuming everyone else eventually follows along.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. And when you guys get out front, he waves over to you. Okay, so this here is Chuck, and he points down, and there is a riding mastiff in full mithril barding, just kind of chilling there, big slobbery dog breaths, just wags his little tail at you.
Of course, the human would bring a dog for this.
That's some pretty impressive armor, though, you gotta admit.
I mean, it seems these jobs pay pretty well, so maybe you could buy your own riding dog with armor.
I think I might actually be allergic.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Chups here is gonna help me carry some cartographer supplies, because, you know, I need a lot of paper and whatnot for my maps. And he's pretty good at tracking, so if we run into anything weird, he can hopefully snip it out for us. I also am really good in the foresty type areas. I've spent a lot of my childhood there, so we should be able to get along just fine in the nature type setting. I should.
I'm somewhat of a woodsman myself. I think we'll be okay.
Excellent, excellent. If you have any questions about anything or you see anything strange in the field, I would like to catalog it. So just point it out to me, and I will go and check it out for you. Not a problem. We can figure this out together.
You mentioned we'd be able to grab some supplies before we left. I don't know about these two, but there's one or two things I could.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you need any supplies, see the wonderful lady there at the front desk, and she will make sure you are stocked and supplied before you go. I think they have an allotment of one minor health potion for each of you as well, just in case.
Oh, that's rather kind of them. Thank you.
Well, yeah, if you can't do the job without the correct materials, so they're definitely putting out for all the stops, yeah?
I mean, I don't know about you two. I think I'm pretty good. I've got rations and potions and, everything I think I'll.
I've got everything I usually use, though I've only got about a week's worth of rations.
I won't say no to free healing. I don't know much about healing these things sort of made.
Oh, I am definitely going to take that potion they have for us. I have about 10 days of rations myself. I'm sure that within that 10 days, we can find something to eat wherever we're going, hopefully.
As I mentioned, I'm quite the woodsman. If it comes down to finding food in the wild, I'm sure me and the human will be able to keep you two fed as well.
Oh, yeah, that's why I was picked for this job. It's because I know things and I'm pretty good in the wilderness, so should be able to help look after all of you.
Can I take an insight check to see if he's blowing smoke up my ass on?
You absolutely fucking can. That
yeah,
is
I'm
a
going to take that as
D20.
well.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Insight. Well, I got a 7, so fuck me then.
I got a 22.
All right, well, for Martin, he's so straightforward, it's kind of throwing you off, so you're not quite sure. Josh, no, he seems to be telling the truth. He seems like just a genuine, nice person.
24 for me.
Same as Josh's answer. He seems nice and honest.
I smile real wide and nod.
You have an awful lot of teeth. Has anyone ever told you?
Thanks, they're great for smiling and talking with.
I mean, the teeth don't do the talking, but yeah. Nice for smiling, though, that's for sure.
Alright, well, I will pop back in, take however many potions she's willing to give me, and also see if I can snag a grappling hook.
She will give you one potion. Each of you can have one. If you choose not to take it, then your party doesn't get it.
I took mine.
Same.
All right, and yes, she will give you a grappling hook. No problem. I love that I have an adorable little cat curled up in my lap right now. Goes along with D&D so.
Focus.
Bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. All right. So they show you over to a skiff, which is pretty much what you would imagine it would look like. So like a small, flat sailing vessel with rowboat. Well, I don't know how to words about ships. Oars. Thank you. It's got oars. All right. and you are all invited to get on one. And essentially, they take you out over the cloud cover, because there is no ocean. It is all fucking clouds. And they take you out. And you guys are gone on the skiff for a good couple hours. And then you go below the cloud surface ever so slightly. And it looks like there's just, the clouds are a little more layered, like they're big cumulonimbus clouds in this area. So when you go down into like a dip, it shows off some new islands. And you can see in the distance, there is about like 30 or so shards that are just dotted all over the sky. And some of them are quite sizable. The one that you're heading to, the closest one, it looks a little more on the smaller side.
When were these found?
Oh, they were found very recently. It was a little odd, actually. Normally, they'd scry on these, but for some reason we cannot. So we need to go down on foot and figure out what the heck is going on down here. And you all eventually come down onto a nice little island. And you land, I think, on the west side of it. As you all start looking around, it looks to be a forested area, or lightly forested, mix of forest and plains sort of scenario, very temperate. So, kind of looks like Canada, guys.
Woo!
Accordingly, I will put my hand on my pack of darts.
Now, we haven't been down here at all, so we have no idea what's going on down here, and as I said, we are unable to scry. So there's something blocking the islands from view from magical means, so yeah, we're gonna have to make a show of it, figuring this out by foot, guys. Sorry about that, but I guess now you have a job.
Going to glance at them and inquire. They didn't send any actual frontiersmen. They're only contracting on this. Isn't that a bit odd, don't you? Not trying to get it.
No, that's fair. Yeah, they're only doing contracts right now. There's another issue that they were having to the south with some of the Barbari Islands. And so a lot of their main force is out there. That's why they're sending me. I'm sort of from the back lines. Normally I'm out there, copying maps, not really making my own. But here we are. So, we're doing the best that we can.
Wow.
So, where would you all like to start here, friends? Like, I don't normally go out on excursions. Do you want to, how do these adventure and things work?
We should probably find a place to set up a camp. Is that skiff small enough to drag up here, or are we kind of leaving it where it is?
Oh, no, we can drag that up here. That's no problem. I'll get Chuffs to do it. And he actually, goes over his dog, chats with him for a minute, and this big old mastiff just grabs the rope from the boat in his big old drooly jaws and drags the stupid thing onto the shore. But a camp, you say? Yeah, we could look around for a starting point or something.
Yeah, setting up a small base of operations wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay, yeah, you guys are the ones protecting me, so yeah, whatever you say goes.
I will. Have we landed on the? Are we still on the skiff, or are we landed on the shard?
It is. You are now on the shard.
Okay, cool. Can I just sort of investigate a small area to see a good spot to set up camp?
Absolutely, you can roll me an investigation.
Can I assist him with my survival skill on that?
Yeah, you can assist him. Josh, you have advantage.
Actually, I have permanent advantage on investigation and insight checks.
Well, never mind then.
Fine, I will use my survival skill to see if there's any edible food around there.
That is also good. 24 for investigation.
And 17 for survival.
All right, so on your initial blah 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 initial, I can speak words, investigation, you appear to be on a smaller section of the isle of this shard. Essentially, you've got like it's not all in one piece. It's broken off in little bits. The part that you are on is like a long, thin strip. And it looks to connect to like the main shard further on down south. In the area that you're in, you're not quite sure. Some of the plants and wildlife around you are slightly unfamiliar. Because again, there's little magic in this world, and when some things are magical, they kind of stand out to you guys. As far as food and such goes, you're looking at general Canadian wildlife style foods. So there's some raspberries. There's moose poop. You get the feeling from looking around that there is wildlife. Like you see like animal tracks. You don't think there's gonna be an issue with like meat, but you're not so sure about all of the different berries and things.
All right, well, we'll be able to eat while we're here at the very least.
But yeah, it's up to you as to where you want to camp, because again, this is the thinner bit. If you want to wait till you get into the thicker jungle, you can, or if you want to set up like a spot here, you can. Like, no. So,
I mean, it's. What do you guys think? You want to just set up a small thing here? You guys want to head in a bit?
Personally, I think it might be easier to get out if we need to, if we set up closer to the skiff.
That's my kind of thinking too. You never know what to expect when you get onto a new shop.
I agree. We should give the immediate area a bit of a poke around and then set up somewhere somewhat defensible in here in case the locals are local and unfriendly.
all right. Well, it looks like there's a bit of an inlet a little further in. We could park the skip there and possibly, set up something over there. Do we want to like cut down a tree, or do we want to like set something up?
Let's not draw that much attention to ourselves just yet. I don't think it would.
No, I mean, what time of day is it right now?
You guys are here and it's like noon.
We should have some time to get the immediate lay of the land, at least before the sun starts to go down, and then that can inform our decision about whether or not we want some fire or whatnot.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We can easily spend the next little bit just poking around and seeing what we see, not go too far in today.
All right. Well, then we'll take a little trip north, and we'll get it figured out real fast. And so you guys, sorry, not north. I should have said south. It's fine. You guys head south along the little piece of shard that you were on, and you come to a small inlet. Let me show you on the map.
So, what does everybody look like?
I'm a tiefling with dark red skin, black hair, and a top. 5'5", 150.
Super tall, cut furball with like dirty auburn hair and a big ass handlebars mustache that reaches down below his chin. Bluish tint to his skin, and he's got a lot of armor on. underneath the cloak.
Sweet. I am a 5'8", about 165-pound elf, high elf, super pale, abnormally pale for most of the elves in the area. And I have.
You're gonna burn in the sun.
No, it's just the color of my people. I have dragon scale tattoos on my hands that turn into dragon claws on the back of my hands.
Right, tattoo-wise, on my right arm I have what looks like a bunch of calligraphy brushes, and then on my left arm I have a bunch of weird coiling serpents disappearing up into my sleeve.
And then, my hair is just as white as my skin. It's cut like mine's cut, so undercut, shaved, and just pulled back. And my eyes are purple. And I'm dressed basically like a Jedi. The sleeveless tunic, the tabards, purple tabards on black stuff, tied around with a... Oh yeah, perfect, that helps. Nice.
Yeah, fuck yeah, maps. So you guys are... Let me see if I can just ping the spot.
Ping.
Yeah, ping, ping. Maybe. All
I'm
right.
seeing
Okay.
your ping. It's kind of...
Hang on. I'll just do one of these. Yeah, you guys are right down there. This little blue. Get that dick out of here. I see that dick. I know what you're about, Josh.
That's some crazy
I claim this
TTP,
land in
man.
the name of the cock.
You guys are right about here in this little section.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah. Hey.
My thought is we should maybe set up camp on that little spur and that inlet just to the north of it. That way, if we need to get back here, one of us can cover the skiff as it's loading if we're being chased relatively.
Yeah, I can move pretty quickly. I think that's a good idea.
Whatever you say. That sounds good to me.
All right. So you guys are setting up camp where? Someone mark your camp.
I'm on.
Roll 20 is so useful. I love this shit.
My mouse is clunky. That should be about a centimeter to the right.
I got it.
Yeah.
Excellent. That is where you have camp.
Now, how can we see the coastline just to the right of what we've explored there, or is that farther away?
Anything that is showing is 100% is stuff that you can see from where you are. Let me see if I can put up the, Yeah, there was a thing. There was a thing. No, there's not. It's fine. I mean, from one side of the blah blah blah. From one side of this to the other, it's probably like 200 feet.
All right. Well, let's kind of dig in a little bit, and then we can get to.
Sure. What are you guys doing to set up your camp and or protect your camp?
So we've pulled in the skiff a bit. I suggest we find a spot to just even lay down where bedrolls might be, make a fire there. And I'm not too sure what else.
Maybe
In this-
patrol the surrounding area, see if there's anything we need to take care of before we plunk down for the night.
And I will go with Gregg with 3 G's while the elf whose name I don't remember off the top of my head yet does the campground.
His name is Phelan. All right. So, Josh, you are left to fix up the camp, as it were. And then we have Gregg and Cadre going to do an exploration. All right, you guys give me investigation checks. See if you can figure out what's around.
Use the metal one for this.
Natural 20, babe.
16.
All right, so Cadre, you are just freaking out a little bit because, you know, you're in a new territory, you're not used to it, you're just on the ball. So looking around, it does look like there are tracks of some kind that are a little old, like couple hours. Not quite sure what kind of tracks these are. You're not sure if this is an animal or something you haven't seen before. They essentially continue to go south. And Gregg, as you are exploring around, checking on the plants and whatnot, since you can just talk to them, it looks like there are signs of a scuffle, just in the way that some of the branches are bent and the trees have been, the leaves are torn a little bit. And it does look like whatever was here did encounter something and did take it. You can see blood, you can see drag marks.
Well, we're definitely not alone. Looks like some kind of hunting predator's been around these parts.
Give me a minute. Can I take a survival check and look at the tracks and see anything else funky about the critter from what I can determine?
Sure, go right ahead.
Seven.
The tracks themselves look to be like paw-ish, but you can't
Guys,
tell
it has feet.
You can't tell if the paws are like how many legs or like how many were here, but you can definitely tell that they are larger in size, larger than some of the creatures you've seen before.
Whatever it is, it has big feet. Okay, well, with that done, I figure we might as well bomb back to the campsite and help the other two finish setting it.
Yeah, that sounds like the smartest idea, for sure.
When you get back to the camp, your lovely cartographer is just sort of pacing around. I don't know about this. I'm nervous. I don't know. This is a lot. I was not expecting the small shard to be this big, but here we are. And he just keeps going back and forth, muttering to himself the whole time since you guys have been gone.
You'll be fine, just don't talk too loud.
He starts muttering, but quieter.
He's been doing this the whole time. I don't know. He doesn't get out much.
No, by his own admission, he's an office worker. There's some sort of large predator on this island, although we can't determine much more than the fact that it's large and it's on the island, or shard.
Alright, well, we had to encounter something.
Otherwise, it would have been a really boring job.
Boring jobs that pay well are the best jobs, believe me.
Boring jobs normally don't pay well, though. But I've spent my time gathering up some firewood, and I've positioned all the bedrolls on the opposite side of the fire from the shoreline, so that it'll go shoreline fire us. So if anything does try and sneak up in the night and we stand up, we're shadows and they have the light on.
Perfect. Let's hold off on starting fires until after the sun's gone down and keep them small in the meantime. Avery, how much time do we have left in the day at this point?
You've only used up like an hour or two.
And I say we do a scan further in, go in for a couple hours. I have the fire pit ready to go. It just needs to get lit, but we have a few hours to kill and we have a job to do.
Right. Do we want to leave Sandlar and his pet here for a bit? We can go take a bit of a farther look. That way he's relatively safe and we can get the lay of the land before we bring in the person we're supposed to protect.
It's probably a better idea. I think we need to get him acclimatized to not the great outdoors and not.
You're gonna leave me here by myself?
You have Chuffs with you.
It's okay. I'll ask the trees to keep an eye on you.
See, he'll ask the trees to keep an eye on you. There you go. I mean, you can come with us if you want, but you have to be very quiet and not get eaten by whatever large predators up there.
And if I have to kill something, no complaint.
I mean, yeah, that's what you're here to do. You're here to protect me. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know about being by myself. That seems like a lot. If there's big predators coming around, what if me and Chuffs get, taken out by ourselves?
Okie dokie.
I mean, all right.
Fine, but you must keep quiet.
Oh, I can do that. That's fine. Yeah, quiet as a mouse. No problem. All right, so you guys decide to go on south for a little bit. With your lovely companion with you, who is just so much fun to be around.
And I will volunteer to take points as far away from him as I can get.
No. I spent the last hour with him. How about I take point and you watch over our...
How good are you at track?
Good enough?
I'm gonna strike up a conversation with him and his pet.
Perfect. There we go.
I'm going to plug one of my ears with my tail as we walk and make sure that I have my longbow at hand just in.
I feel that I'm a very perceptive person. I'm good at keeping an eye out for things. It is my...
Oh, very well. After you, I guess, this time.
All right. So, Gregg and Sandlar are in the back having a lovely chat with Chuffs, the dog. And Cadre and Phelan. Phelan is taking point, and you are after, correct?
Yes.
Love that. All right, so you guys decide to go south for a little while. Give me a perception check from who's in the front, and if anyone else has anything they want to do while they are going along, just let me know.
I'll use my survival skill to keep looking for useful plants, things that I can use to maybe do herbology shit later, should I have.
Sounds good. You can make a check for that.
My perception for this one is 25.
And I'm all sevens today.
And do you want my passive?
Yes, please.
Passive perception is 24. Passive investigation is 23.
Wow. Okay. Good to know.
I am built for this.
All right. So you guys walk south a little bit more, and you come to a couple of interesting points. Boop. Just make that visible for all of you. So you do see because you're going south, it'll be on your right-hand side. There is a little, what is that? Like a peninsula? What do you call that? Little
That
thing.
would be,
Yeah, there we go. A peninsula with an inlet. I got my words. Fantastic. And there is, in fact, a tiny island located over. Nya. Yes. I like that I can draw things. This is good. No! No, don't do that.
I don't
There
think
we go.
Control Z works on Roll 20, babe.
It does. Alright, there we go. So a little island over on that side. Between this long section and...
What the heck?
I didn't do that. That was probably Josh. I blame Josh. So there's a little island between this section and the mainland. And you can start to see the mainland from your side. As you're going down, you do notice that the track is starting to get fresher. You do see signs that something has been here.
Something has been here.
Can I take an insight check to see if the pale elf is fucking with me?
Of course you can.
I got a 7.
He is 100% fucking with you. All right. As you guys continue to go south, boo. There we go. This is where the jungle starts to thicken. It's not really a jungle; it's a forest, and it starts to thicken right around this point. This is where it starts becoming like you can't see through the tops of the trees anymore. You can't see any light or anything.
And the tracks lead into this forest, I'm assuming.
They sure do. They continue south. It looks like they found more prey on the way. You can definitely see more drag marks and blood.
Well, this thing seems to know where it's going. Let's maybe follow its trail for a little bit.
I mean, I told you there was something there.
So are you guys following it and tracking it down? What are we doing?
I'm all for following it.
Yeah, I think following it and seeing if it is a predator as the size of the tracks we saw earlier is a good idea. Just carefully.
Carefully meaning stealthily?
Yep.
Well, it'll be stealth checks.
Guys, I rolled a 9.
I got a 15 on stealth.
That'd be a 6 for Gregg. Oh wait, I have disadvantage. Nope, still a 6.
Okay, so since we're all clattering around, me and the big fellow, I'm going to take advantage of my Pass Without Trace Shadow Art.
Alright, so he's passed without trace, so everyone gets a plus 10. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so with the... Oh no, I closed it. Oh, what am I doing? It does take you a key point. That is correct. Alright, so as you guys continue on, Sandalar is super fucking quiet, by the way. Like, he was quieter than you guys the whole time, and now he's super fucking quiet.
Oh, that doesn't stop me.
Ever seen blood?
That doesn't stop me from having a conversation in front of him, even if he's not talking back.
I'm going to take my tail out of my ear and check to see if he's doing okay.
Why are you doing that with your tail? Can you please keep your tail to yourself? Thank you.
I mean, my ear is to my side. Anyways.
Lead on, Elf. Lead on.
All right, so you guys continue south, and the tracks become essentially there's more of them. As you guys continue south, you run into a point where there is a good like 20 or 30 tracks, and it continues south, and you guys get to about there, and you can see more kind of islands, and it looks like there is a river. And by river, I mean just a break in the shard, and there's cloud between it that you can clearly see coming all the way up.
Is that a separate shard? Is that another contract for us, or are we gonna do that too?
Yeah, I don't think that counts as separate. That's not big enough to be a shard. That's like a little island piece, though.
I'm gonna follow the tracks to see what they like, where they seem to be peeling into the main trail from.
Okay, so the tracks continue to go follow that little river, slightly northish, and then they go more to the east.
Well, let's keep on following.
Okay, you guys are about 5 in the afternoon at this point.
And how long have we been walking for? About, what, 2 hours? 3?
2-3 hours, yes.
Okay, I say we go in a bit further, and once the sun starts to crest, maybe like around 7-ish, we turn around and go back.
That works for me. How are you in the dark?
I'm fine in the dark.
Specifically, how well can you see in the dark?
I have dark vision.
Oh, I see fine. Yeah, I see fine with the torch.
We're gonna try to avoid torches for a bit there, big fella, but me and the elf can see in the dark, so we'll make sure you get back to camp in one piece.
I also cannot see in the dark. Hello?
Alright, I'll handle the furball, you handle it's probably my turn with the human,
Yeah.
isn't it? I'll handle the human.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
handle
I don't think they're being very nice to us, Gregg.
No, I like hanging out with the furbog, and I spent so much time with you at camp already that it's time for you to spend some time with the tiefling.
It's not my fault neither of you can see at night.
It's called the buddy system.
All right, you're in charge of me, so you say so. So as you guys continue along, this little river vein, continuing this way, and you find that the tracks lead you to what appears to be the start of a lake. This is actual like a freshwater lake. It looks like the trees are very dense in this area. It's a lot of pine, a lot of crackling on the ground as you walk. And the tracks are very, very thick here. It definitely looks like you're getting more into their territory. The tracks here are a little fresher too, like maybe 30 minutes off.
We got to be coming up to a den of. Is there actually more tracks on the ground as opposed to the one set we've been following?
That is correct. There are more tracks.
So it looks like we're coming up to a den of some sort.
Yeah, we should
Josh, with your passive, you do notice out of the corner of your eyes something streaks around behind you, like further into the tree line, and is gone.
Did that happen in the direction we're walking or behind?
That happened in the direction you're walking.
Yeah, we're getting very close to some sort of den or something for whatever this is. I just saw something darting in between the trees.
Well, we're about to lose the light, and I suggest we don't let that happen to us while we're under tree cover. At the very least, it'll make life easier. Let's start pulling back for now, and our cartographer friend can at least work on what he's got started once we get back to the.
Yeah, I could do that. That's no problem.
Yeah, has he been making notes as where we've been going?
Yeah, if I'm not describing it, he's absolutely just doing his job. He's been like
Okay,
making
perfect.
notes and stuff the whole time.
Yeah, so we can easily find this place tomorrow and go further in to see what kind of wildlife we're dealing with.
Perfect. I'm going to put an arrow to my bowstring as we walk, just because I'm a paranoid son of a bitch.
I'm assuming our job isn't to come in and kill all the wildlife.
No, you're just here to protect me. That's for the other people to deal with when they buy the shard.
Okay, sounds good. I just keep a hand on the hilt of my sword as we move through.
Okay, as you start making your way back, Josh, with your passive perception, you do notice a couple of things in the distance in front of you on your way back, and that are like ducking down into bushes.
I'm gonna hold my hand up in a stop motion. Can I take a minute and just listen to anything if I hear like distinct animal noises or anything?
Yep, you can make me another perception.
Natural 20.
Fuck yeah, you did, bud. There, I had to get my page open. I had to double check and stuff. Okay. As you sit there listening, you can hear very, like, there are definitely claw scratching sounds and moving around sounds. You can hear, like, fur brushing against trees at some points. And you can also hear, like, a weird, like, light guttural snarling, but you hear it as, like, they're talking, like, back and forth. Like it's a language or something.
I quietly relay this to the people behind me and just sort of point out into the distance. I don't know how many of them there is, but they're smarter than your average beast.
Does it sound like any language you would understand or not understand? And can you point out specifically how far away they are?
Yeah, that's a good question. But I'm assuming I can. Is it sound like an actual animal? Like, is it animal just grunts, or is it a?
The way that they're going back and forth, you're pretty sure it's a language, but it is like all in animal noises, like their mouths aren't formed properly to speak like we can.
Okay. I just relay. Yeah, you can't. It sounds like I don't know, man. It sounds like a language that's being spoken by somebody whose mouth isn't developed. So it literally sounds like somebody tried to teach an animal how to talk. And I point in the general direction as to where.
Great. Do you have any bright ideas for getting by this without causing a fuss, or should we just try and take these things quietly and?
No, I say go in for a tussle, go in for a pound, right?
I mean, we can try and get back to our campsite quietly and expect to get jumped at some point. Is basically what's going to be.
Well, I can do that trick I did earlier to make us quiet again, and we can try and creep by and at least get the jump on these if we can't put our eyes.
That one's up to you. Just side note, I do believe it costs 2 key points, not 1.
Learning experience.
Yes, you're right, it does.
So I don't know if you want to use those. We know we're going to get jumped, so...
Yeah, let's just try and get a little bit closer, and then if something happens, something happens. Maybe it's just curious wildlife, or maybe it's going to try and eat us too. We'll find out the hard way.
I feel like they're kind of inspecting us right now. They're probably going to try and eat us.
Hey, human, you should probably stay at the back for this.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can be real quiet, and I can run real fast if I need to. So yeah, you just let me know what you guys.
Just don't run too far.
Right.
How
Also,
dark is it right now?
It is like just sunset. And yes, Nick.
I'm just gonna pull one of the platinum rings out of my pocket and address, I forget his name already, our human. Just be like, just do me a favor and put this on your hand, wear it, and don't take it off until I tell you, okay?
Okay, I will do that right now. Yep. And he does it and looks very shaken and is holding his dog.
All right, well, I'll get my bow ready, and I guess we can start creeping up then.
All right, as you guys start moving forwards, you start seeing things. They're sort of what you can see as you get by them. They are very like they kind of remind you of like dogs if they were to stand on their hind legs. They're a little off. That's basically what you can see as they like run around the bush around you and like duck down.
Do they seem interested in us or scared of us?
They're definitely interested. Like they're keeping a distance from you for now.
All right.
Well,
I turn to Greg and say, if it gets too dark and you end up not being able to see, I can, so you can see. Give you a little light if you need it.
And if they're just gonna ferret around us like this, they're potentially scouting for a main group. Do we want to keep moving and see what they do, or do we want to just get this over with now?
I say we keep moving and see what they do. It'll give us more of an understanding of to what's on this island or shard.
Fair point. Push comes to shove, we can always bounce off onto the skiff and then land somewhere else if we get pushed to.
All right, so you guys continue to head back. It gets to the point where the sun is going down and the stars are starting to come out, and you start hearing and seeing more of these things. They're making strange noises as they follow you, like weird little yips. Strange cries. It almost sounds like laughter in some ways.
Yeah, they're gonna try and eat us now.
Okay. Greg, how's your vision doing?
Eh,
Do you want some light?
I've got plenty of torches and spells, but if you want to blow one, go for it.
Yeah, it's just the light cantrip. If you want it, it's yours. Unless you have it, it's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Well, they can probably find out where we're camped easily enough, but I'm of the opinion we should just make a stand here. They're obviously following us and signaling for more of their friends.
All right. Well,
Actually, let's break the tree line and then do that there if they'll let us get that far.
Yeah, I would feel a bit more comfortable in a more open area.
All right, let's head for the trees. I will keep an eye on things back here because I can reach out a little bit farther than anyone. I've got the bow after all.
All right. Whoever's in front can give me another perception check, please.
28.
Nice.
All right. You see ahead of you, they're starting to close the gap. They definitely don't want you to leave the tree line. You can definitely see at least 3 creatures with weapons running through the trees to get towards you, and 1 something else on 4 legs.
Oh boy. I turn to the tiefling, Cadre. Yeah. How close to the tree?
100-ish feet.
Do you think we're gonna make it, Cadre?
I'm going to respond by taking aim at whichever one's in the lead with my longbow and just shaking my head.
Okay.
That'll be initiative, friends.
That's a 20 for me.
16! I rolled above like 10 for one.
8.
Gregg, big, slow, go last.
All right, and if you all just scroll over to the other side, I have set you up a battle map. All right. Would you look at that? I did that. Where would you all like to be? Who was in the front?
I'm pretty sure I was in the front with Marty pretty much right behind.
Fair assumption.
Alrighty then. Yeah, that looks about right. Whoop. Sure, we'll turn that around at some point. And then Martin can be. Wait, where's the tieflings? Are there any tieflings? Why are there no tieflings? Racist.
Told you, no one likes tieflings.
No one likes tieflings. It's rude. There's a wolf person. There's a dwarf.
I hear they have lots of tieflings in Georgia.
Wow. Wow. Alright, well, I guess
The
I'm
only
just gonna-
tiefling in Texas is being dragged behind someone's truck.
That'll be Martin.
That's actually fitting.
And we're gonna make this guy over here. No, not on top of him. Stop that. There you
Gregg,
go.
frisky,
That's
Gregg.
gonna be Greg. I like this. This is cute.
Now you should be able to make it so we can control our own tokens too.
You guys should be able to pick those up and just move them.
Is that first one me?
Yes, the elfish looking one.
Definitely cannot move it.
Same.
Give me a second. Where are all these buttons? This is ridiculous. It's not on the GM there. Question mark. I have no fucking idea. This is beyond me. Here's what we're gonna do. We're all just gonna make yourself some squares of color that you can move around yourselves, because fuck that noise.
All right, I've made my square.
Excellent square. And red square is for the dude you have to protect. Excellent. Now that we're all in position, Josh, you are up first, my friend.
Okay. I am going to. So, do they look like they're attacking?
Yeah, they're coming in to keep you from leaving the tree line.
Okay. I'm first going to move like this. Take 10 feet. Turn to human, what's his face? Say, stay here. Don't move. And don't do anything. And cast invisibility on him.
Okay, he is invisible. Noted.
So that will break if he attacks or uses a spell.
Okie day.
I'm going to use my movement to get here, take out my short sword, and
All right, that is your turn. That means it is Cadre.
This little gidget right in front of me on the map, is that like an elevation or is it kind of just up?
It is the same elevation as would be in the world.
Bitchin'. Okay, I'm basically just going to stay where I am and I'm going to turn to face the guy here middle left and put an arrow in his ass with my.
All right, give me a roll, friend.
And that is a 20.
Well, that definitely hits, so go ahead and roll damage.
Three.
3 damage. Noted.
Yeah, can I just have that arrow back?
All right, then it is your cartographer's turn, and he is going to do jack shit because you've told him to do jack shit. Which makes it the first one of their turns, which is the dude that you've pelted with an arrow. Pelted dude does not look happy.
Pelted dude should bring my arrow back.
Pelted dude's gonna try. So,
I really hope you bought more than 20 arrows.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna go ahead and use a full move. He's gonna sprint. And that's going to be... Can you just stay over here? Good. No. Good enough. He is going to be right there in combat with you.
You mean with me?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, he can't get around to the other side of the thing, so he's gonna
Yep,
be over
perfect.
here with you. Awesome, so that's that first null. Then it is going to be the next null. By the way, they're nulls. I don't know what you were expecting at this level. It is going to be the null attacking Josh's turn. And, yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and, he's gonna try to, bite you, my friend.
No.
Does a 21 hit, Josh?
Yeah.
I don't know if I had the button pressed down during that. I think I pressed the wrong button. It's fine. He does 6 points of damage to you, Josh.
Ow.
Alright. Now it is the large hyena's turn. And the hyena is just gonna move up to block off your path, because that's what the hyena is gonna do. Gregg, take your turn, friend. Gregg?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. So this one right in front of me.
That's why I hit the fire truck.
Nice. I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt at it, and then I will be casting a spiritual weapon at it.
Alright, go ahead and roll for me, friendo.
.22 to hit for the guiding bolt.
That definitely hits.
For 17 damage.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna manifest just a little.
Who did you hit with the guiding bolt?
The guy right in front of me. Then the little gray line is going to be my hammer that I manifest and hit with it, which gets advantage on the shot because of the guiding bolt.
Can you hit on the same turn you summoned it?
Yeah, casting it is here. I'll read it.
But if you already cast a spell, you can't cast a second spell even if it's a bonus action, unless it's a cantrip.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to read up on that. Then I'd change my turn, just go in and attack, and then hit the spiritual weapon.
Okay, cool.
Which on the normal attack is a 21 to hit.
absolutely hits.
For 8 damage, and then I'll do the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, beat his ass, buddy.
Excellent.
Which is a 25 to hit.
Absolutely.
For another 6 damage.
Perfect. All right, and that's your turn, friend. I will take that as a yes. We
Yeah.
will make it other Noel's turn. So he is going to move up just a little. Okay, can you just be in the middle? Can you just be in the middle? No,
I think
okay,
they're
good
made
enough.
really big. Can you make them smaller?
I can't. It's also because of the this grid doesn't line up with the grid underneath it, and I don't know how to change the grid underneath it, so they're all just snapping to that grid.
Okay.
We'll do some learning.
Yeah, I have to figure out this program. It'll get figured at some point. All right, and so he's just gonna pull out a longbow,
Frick, that's my shit.
and he is gonna go and try to hit you back there. But of course, you have cover. He's gonna try anyway.
Don't forget, Marty, as a monk, you can missile snake.
Hey, I just lost an arrow, okay, and I only brought 20. I need to get some back somehow, so I'm counting.
It's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, he gets. Wait, with cover. Does house cover effect on you?
It gives you a plus amount to your AC, but I think even with the 20, if it's a 13, that no.
Yeah, half cover gives you a +2. 3/4 cover gives you a +4.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, he still gets me.
Alrighty. So he's going to go ahead. Are you going to try to missile snare?
Yes, I'm gonna take my reaction to snag that. So it's reduced by 1d10 plus dexterity modifier.
Dexterity modifier and your monk level.
And my monk level.
And what he rolls, it's taken off of the damage of the arrow.
Yeah, I got 12 for that. So whatever is damage minus 12.
He cannot possibly roll that high, so you get away scot-free, friend.
Okay, now I'm going to be a real jerk, and I'm going to use a key point to make a range attack with that weapon right back. That's my dex.
Do it. Pew pew pew, cool monk shifts.
Yeah, we got 2 monks in the party. We're slowly going to see all the bow usage drop.
I've got an 8 with my dexterity.
That does not hit, friend. So you take the arrow that you could have kept and try to throw it back, and it just goes off to the side, and the knoll just kind of looks at you like, huh?
I'm new at this fucker.
All right, so that brings it to the top of the round. So that'll be Joshua.
All right, I see Gregg fighting the one right behind me, so I'm actually going to turn around and fight. Boop. I'll take the OA.
All right, he will attempt to attack you. Does a 14 hit your AC?
It does not.
Then he misses.
Okay, I will take my short sword attack against That is a 24 to hit.
That absolutely fucking hits. My god, you guys are rolling well. What the fuck?
No.
Okay, that means I get my sneak attack damage because I had advantage, and I have there's another enemy engaged.
Correct.
That is 11 points of slashing damage.
Youch. Okay.
Bonus action, unarmed strike. That's a 20 to hit.
You know that hits.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
You punch him in the throat, and you're pretty sure you break it. He is very dead.
Oh.
Is that your turn, friend?
I am going to just move, just step back a little bit so I'm closer to my ally.
All right, then that will make it over to Cadre's turn.
Cadre's sick of using arrows, and since there's something I can reach with them, I'm going to switch to my darts. That's an action, isn't it? Swap weapons, isn't it?
Yay.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to put my bow away, and then I'm going to move. Alright, moving through the difficult terrain, so that's, fuck's sakes, 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet of movement. I use my action to put my bow away, so I'm going to instead get up here, and I'm going to spend a key on my patient defense.
All right, sounds good. Is that everything for you?
That's all I can do.
Alrighty then. That puts it up to your cartographer, who is again going to do jack shit because you've told him to do jack shit. Which means it is Yanol's turn. And Yanol is upset that you have moved away. He does not want you to move away, so he is going to come over here and flank Miarton. And now he's going to attack Miarton. It'll be a 23 to hit.
Okay, 1 sec while I do math.
Okay, you do the maths. With disadvantage, that's a 20. Sorry.
Yep, that's my AC, so he still clips me.
Alrighty. Wait, if it hits your AC, it goes to the defender.
No, my AC is only 13.
Oh, your AC is only 13. Sorry, I thought you said your AC was 20. I was like, what are you doing over there that your AC is 20? Wild. Alright. So,
Close.
he's gonna go
Okay.
ahead and
I don't take
spear
it.
you.
Mine is 19. Never underestimate the good use of a shield.
Sorry, fucking new guys, am I right?
Oh, Marty.
Seven points of piercing damage as he two-hands a spear into your side.
What a bastard.
which will then make it the hyena's turn, who's on your other side. You are about to get your ass beat, sir.
This is why I've pushed the talk on, because I'm laughing really hard right now because Marty's gonna.
Day one, eat the death by rodents.
That is only a 10 to hit, though. He rolled really fucking poorly.
Oof.
Marty's out here dodging bullets.
Now, did he have advantage because he's flanking?
He sure did.
Ooh.
Patient defense, I'm on dodge, so he doesn't.
Oh, yeah, so we just get a straight roll.
But also, he still rolled shit.
Nice.
Which is the only reason I'm still here to tell you this story.
I
Which
got
means it's
potions. He'll be
Gregg's turn.
fine.
Gregg!
Oh, great. Don't worry. I gotcha. I gotcha. I'll just do a guiding bolt to that guy.
Ping!
Wait, how do you do that little ping trick?
Just hold your left mouse button. 17 and 7. 24 to hit.
That absolutely fucking hits.
Uh, 11 damage from the guiding bolt. And then
Fantastic.
bonus action, I'll move the spiritual weapon and smack him.
Give her.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For another 10 damage. And then I'm gonna take my movement and move into melee right there.
And so you do. That makes it Pew Pew Knoll's turn, and Pew Pew Knoll, saying that things didn't go so great last time, he is gonna try shooting at somebody else here. So he's gonna
Careful,
take
they're
a
learning.
shot at Gregg.
That's what happens when you're super tall.
He rolled a natural 1 there, bud.
Oh, good. That's what happens when you're super tall.
It's just very lucky. That's very good.
So that's unfortunate for him, which means it's Josh, you're up, my friend.
All right, I'm gonna scoot my way around. I'm in melee with this guy, so I'll take the OA again to go here. Boop.
Does a 16 hit your AC, friend?
Ooh, 16 is my AC, so yeah, it hits.
Okay. Alright, so that'll be 6 points of damage to you, friend.
Okay, and I'm just gonna start unloading on the big hyena.
Do it.
Ugh, 12 with my short sword.
I'm pretty sure that misses, friend.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to spend a key point to do a flurry of blows and make 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay, go ahead.
first unarmed strike is an 18.
That hits.
That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And yeah, I'll just do another one. That is another 12. No, 11.
Misses, my dude.
Woof. That's my turn.
All right, Cadre. What do you got?
I've got a tattoo, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to reach out towards the hyena, and he needs to now pass a DC 14 strength.
All right, let me roll for that, friendo. He fails by 1.
Bitchin', he takes 3d6 and is force damage, and he's grappled, so he's going to take 10 damage. As he can take an action to break out of that on another DC 14. And I'm going to use a bonus action to punch him.
Give her.
Yeah, that's an 8 to hit, so I'm assuming that fist just goes sailing by his ear.
Yeah, that definitely misses.
Well, he's grappled, so everyone else gets advantage against him anyways. Shit, stomp a little!
Except it's that this Knoll's turn. And this Knoll's gonna go and try to hit you again, Martin, because you are in the middle. So that's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, great. So he's gonna do 5 points of piercing damage as he spears you in the side again.
That's annoying. You said 5? Okay, I'm going to turn around and point at him with my other hand and cast Hellish Rebuke. He's going to need to take a dexterity.
Okay, you're using your reaction. Can do. So that's a 10.
Guessing he'll take full damage from that.
Yeah, I think the base save is like 13.
11 actually, now that I look at it closer. Sorry about that. But yeah, so he...
Ooh, that was a close one.
Well, it would have been half damage versus full damage, but that's 16 fire damage for that guy.
He burns to a crisp.
That's why we don't fuck with tieflings.
All right, so it's still the hyena's turn. So hyena is going to go ahead and try to break this grapple. Natural 20.
Of course, so he's...
But yet is his action, but not his movement. So he is going to move back over this way,
So
and
me
you guys can
and-
take your attacks.
Yeah, like 11 again.
13.
Nope and nope.
Sorry, 60.
16 will hit.
3 bludgeon.
Okay, he takes it. He is starting to look injured. Which means it is Greg's turn.
Let me just look and see how everybody's doing. Alright. Great. I'm gonna move. Is that me? Move my spirit weapon 20 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will just do. Yeah, I'll do a guiding bolt at the hyena, but I'll do it at a higher level. I can do it at 3rd level right now.
All right, give her.
Man, I've rolled so many 17s. 24 to hit.
That hits, friend.
For 27 damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
And the next thing that attacks him gets advantage on the attack.
He's looking real hurt. All right, that makes it the knoll up on the hill's turn.
The knoll on the knoll.
The knoll
Missing
on the grassy
metal
knoll.
D4.
And he's got a bow. He killed Kennedy.
Oh my god. Wow.
And I
All right,
don't
he's
know
gonna
where
go
it
ahead and see how
went.
things are going, and he's going to attempt a full
I do
retreat.
not want to miss a metal caltrop on the floor. That is not going to be good
Yeah,
for me.
you better run.
Here we go. All right. Which means, Josh, go ahead. Take your turn.
Going to attack with my short sword. Hey, that's way better. That's a 19 on the dice.
Nice.
That will hit.
That is 10 points of slashing damage.
You freaking take the damn thing's head off.
And I'm assuming the other knoll is just gone.
Yeah, he ran.
All right. I turn to the other ones and do we want to? I don't think we should go.
I mean, he's going to report back to his pack, but they won't have any difficulty finding us anyways, so we might as well go back to camp and
Yeah,
prepare to deal with that mess.
contract is to clear him out at some point anyway. May as well just have him come to us, nice and easy.
Well, that's not our job. We're just supposed to scout the island and let the forces, whoever owns it later, deal with it.
But the sooner we get to the what meager campsite we do have, we can make sure that skiff is ready to go. Just
Yeah, also that. We can always just sit off the edge of the island and pick away at whatever they send over to get it. Hey, human, you can start moving and talking again.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Okay. I was hiding over here. I did just what you said, and I didn't do anything.
great.
So are we heading back, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we're gonna start heading back. You probably have about another 59 minutes left on that spell, so You know, you're pretty.
I'll take that ring back now too, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, okay. Here you go. He just kind of puts it in your hand so that you can actually find where it is. And I'm assuming you all continue on your way back, though a little more cautious.
Oh yeah.
All right, it definitely gets dark quick, and you guys get back to camp, and it is now like fully nighttime by the time you get back. You don't see any more activity on your way back. You're not sure if they like held off or retreated or what's going on, but you haven't seen hide nor hair of them since their scuffle.
All right. Well, we have a fire ready to go if we need it. If the two of you want to split the first 4 hours of watch, I can take the last 4 hours because I only need 4 hours of sleep.
Okie dokie.
Do you want to go first, big fella? That'll give me a chance to bandage my wound, and my eyes are better in the dark than yours are, anyways.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right. Perception check from Gregg on watch for.
22.
All right. The beginning of the night passes without incident. You don't see
Oops,
anything
yes.
out in the wilderness. You see a couple like deer. You see some birds. That's about it.
I strike up a conversation with the deer, meaning I tell it about my day.
The deer is happy to listen to you about your day as long as it gets to still eat the grass.
Yeah, I checked with the grass. Hopefully it's okay.
The deer is very happy about this. The deer tells you about its day, too. It was a lovely day. It ate a lot of berries.
You should ask it where those berries are.
Oh, I can't understand it. It can understand me.
Deer has a great time with you. And then your watch ends and the deer runs the fuck away.
That brings it to me. Does what I just did count as a short rest?
Yeah, that would definitely be a short rest.
Well, technically, you're in a long rest. A long rest is 8 hours, but you can take a 2-hour break to take a watch, is how it is in the rules. But so after all of this, you'll be fully healed.
Perfect. I just needed a short rest to get my key points back. Okay, I'm assuming you want a perception check from me as well.
Of course I do.
That'd be a 9.
Okay, great. The night goes by uneventfully. You know, not a lot of wildlife coming by after that deer ran away. Just kind of chill.
All right, well, I'll do my watch and then go poke the elf.
Yeah, you'll just find me meditating off in the corner. I don't actually sleep, apparently.
Sleep is for sissy.
All right, give me that perception check, Josh.
Because I'm taking 2 watches, do you want 2 or do you still just want 1?
Do one at a time.
Oh, first one is 12.
All right.
Hey, I rolled a 3.
All right. So, I mean, the night's going by. Not a lot's going on around you. There's not a lot of wildlife happening by right now, and you know, clouds are nice.
Man, I wish there was a deer or something.
All right, give me that second one.
Second one is 19.
All right. So as you start perking up a little bit and get ready for the sun to come up, you start to see some movement around you in the grass where it's tall, in the bushes. You don't see any creature making that movement, but the trees are moving oddly.
I'm just gonna focus on that area and maybe nudge somebody and be like, hey, there's something up in the trees.
I will wake up and kind of saunter my way over as if I was just normally getting up. To you,
I'm just focused on the trees where I saw the weird movement. Now that I'm focused on the trees with the movement, can I make another perception check for hearing anything or something?
Go right ahead.
And while he's doing that, I'll wander over and kind of poke Gregg awake too, and just go about my day as if I'm acting like nothing's up.
Oh, what a nice night. I'll take a minute as well to do my Blessing of the Forge, which I'm just going to do after every time we wake up on my weapon, unless otherwise stated.
Okay, got it. Good to know.
I rolled an 11.
You're not really hearing anything, and it's like hard for you to see. Like, you don't see anything moving. It's just there's random weird movements in the trees, like the branches aren't moving as they should, and the bushes occasionally will, like, something will disturb them, but you don't see anything. It's weird.
I relay that to Gregg as well, and just keep your eyes open.
Yeah, you got it.
How far is all this movement happening away from us?
At this point, it's like 30 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna just put an arrow into... Yeah, no, I'll hold off on that.
Am I able to see impressions in the ground that are like footprints, or...
That would be a survival check, and you'd have to get closer.
Okay, so it said the movement's about 30 feet away. I'll get about 10 feet closer. Is that enough, or do I have to be closer than that?
Yeah, you can get 10 feet closer.
Okay, and I'll just like scan the ground for it, seeing if like, you know, basically like the Invisible Man. Am I seeing like footprints where a foot? That's 7. I'm putting these dice away.
Hey, I'm the one who's supposed to be rolling shitty here. Okay.
Hey, shut up.
All right. You don't see any tracks or anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold off with my hand on my sword. Not sure of what's happening.
All right. So as you're just sort of chilling there, there's a moment where you kind of get this like feeling at the back of your neck. Like something is not right at all. And then the phase spider drops on you. So it's gonna go ahead and take its attack on you.
Oh, phase spiders.
That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Oh, that's a cool one. What's that?
Now, did
But
you say
also,
phase
yeah.
spider or phase spider?
Phase. Phase.
Oh, okay.
And it's gonna go ahead and deal 4 damage to you, and then I need a Constitution saving throw.
Six.
Okay, let me just roll up some poison damage here, friend.
What's our Constitution saving throw? 2. That's not bad.
Okay, so that'll be 10 points of poison damage.
Holy shit.
And then I'm gonna need initiatives from everyone.
Now I roll good. 22.
17.
Oh, what's going on, too?
Gregg is busily pissing off the edge of literally the world, going, "Hey guys, look what
I can't even see it anymore.
I fucking love Gregg. Gregg is my favorite.
Wow.
There we go. Now I got my eggs in a basket. All right, Josh. Attempt to kill the spider, please.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, nothing there. Yeah? No. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
Stab at the...
24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, it is. 6 points of slashing damage.
Okie day.
Then I'm gonna flurry of blows. First one's a nat 1. Second is a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend another key point. Oh, wait. It has to make a dex save of 14, or it falls prone.
Well, that's a 4 on the dice there, bud.
Yay, it falls prone.
All right, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, then go ahead there, Cadre.
Okay, I'm going to use my Coil and Grasp tattoo again because why the hell not? So it needs to take a DC 14 strength again. I'm guessing at disadvantage because it's on its ass.
Screw this music. Let's get some good music.
That is a 12 for strength.
Gotcha. It's going to take 3d6, so... That'd be 15 points of force damage, and it's grappled.
Well, okay.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to punch it.
Do a punchy.
16.
16 hits.
And that is going to be 1d4 plus 2. Again, 3 damage, bludgeoning.
Okay. Spider has taken damage. Okay, which makes it its turn. So it's just gonna go ahead and attempt to bite at Josh again, even though it is grappled.
Does it stand up first?
Take an action.
Yeah, it can take half its move to stand up.
Okay.
Wait, that's true. It cannot stand up because it is grappled.
So it has to take
Yeah.
action.
So it would have to break the grapple first, right?
Okay, cool. So it's going to use its bonus action to ethereal jaunt and pop out of the plane of existence.
Balls.
Greg, maybe you should wake up the human and make sure he doesn't get his ass bit to death by a
So that's its turn. So Greg, take your turn.
Finishing up my morning ritual, I turn around and see that Phelan looks really hurt. And I'm like, did you trip over a rock or something? I walk over and cast a Cure Wounds on him at 2nd level.
Oh, nice. I had the weirdest dream.
6. That's 14 healing for you.
Whoa. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So if that is your turn, it takes up to Phelan's turn.
I am just going to. I am not moving. Yeah, I'm just going to stay here and just take the defensive action.
Okay, that makes it Kadra's turn.
I'm going to move over to where Mr. Human's probably shitting in his sleeping bag. And I'm going to take a ready action with my tattoo. So if he pops up within 15 feet, the trigger will be me throwing it out.
Okay, and that puts it back to the spider's turn. Spider is going to pop back into existence next to you, so that is a reaction from you, Marta.
Yes, that's correct. So it has to take its DC thingy here. DC 14 strength.
That's a natural one.
So it takes 9 force damage and it's grappled again. I'm going to shout out in a girly squeak.
And so the tattoo goes around it. It squeezes it to death, and it falls down on the ground, splattering you with its innards.
I got it in my mouth.
Gross. I'm just going to take a minute to listen around to see if there's anything else.
Sure, perception check.
That is 23.
23, as you like sit and listen for a minute or two, you can start hearing birds start to come back and chirp, and you hear wildlife.
Well, I don't think there's any more spiders if you guys want to finish up your sleepy sleep.
I mean, I'm awake now. I'm going to go do a survival check on our recently deceased friend and see if there's anything I can take from it that might at least make me some money down the road.
You could do a nature or arcana check on it because of the type of creature it is, just to see if there's anything on it that you could figure out.
I'll do the arcana. Natural 20, bringing me to 24.
Alright, so this creature is known as a phase spider. It literally goes between this realm and the ethereal plane at will. Sort of pops between the two. It's known to be an ambush predator. They do have poison sacs that you could try to take out that are pretty okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try and cut out pieces of its guts that I can use. Maybe I can use the poison for something or something.
Alrighty, I'm going to say that will be... Let's just make that a dexterity check, just a plain dex check.
That would be a 19.
Yeah, you're able to definitely cut into it without taking away, taking or breaking any of the sacs. So you absolutely get one intact poison sac.
Hey guys, I got a thing.
Gross.
And since I'm up and awake now, I'm gonna go eat, I guess. Start getting ready to go about my day.
Yeah, breakfast sounds like a great idea.
From the little bedroll behind your group, you just hear, Is it gone now? Is it dead?
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay, I'm gonna get up. And, well, that was quite the start to our day. That was a lot.
Yeah, exciting way to wake up, get a little bit of a workout. You know, not bad at all.
I mean, that was more adventure than I've had in a long time. So, yeah, this is a tough job. I don't like spiders. They're not good. Spiders are bad. Okay.
But how about spiders that you can't see coming?
Nope. I will put this in research notes that there are terrifying fucking spiders here. And good luck to anyone selling this place, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're specifically called phase spiders. So I'm keeping an eye out for those people. How much daylight do we have left in our potential?
It's like 6 in the morning.
Oh fuck, I slept in. Well, I'll wait for everyone to get their shit together, and then I guess we can head off into the deeper jungles.
What do we think about going back to where we were last? Just to take a look at what might have been a den of height.
Not really anywhere else we can go. It's kind of between us and the rest of the island unless we go north or south of that lake, but other than that, I mean, we're basically going to the same place.
Yeah, I feel it would be good idea to get a number as to what we're dealing with in that area. Between the spiders and the hyenas, I feel like the hyenas in the end are going to be the bigger threat.
Well, the spider's just there. It's a bug. We might see the odd one on the island. We'll keep an eye out for him. Or rather, we'll keep a feeling out for when they bite us in the ass. But other than that, there's not much we can do.
Yeah, I feel if the spiders were a bigger threat, there'd be a lot less hyenas here.
We'll keep an eye out for webs then. But yeah, good point.
Yeah, and technically there's like 100 insects per square meter to one of us, so if the spiders wanted to make themselves known, I'm sure they would.
Oh, I feel that at some point when we're bedding down for the night, the spiders are going to make themselves.
Well, we know how to handle them.
I don't like that at all. That sounds like a terrible time, and I'm not a fan.
Hey, you said you're kind of a woods guy yourself. Are you any good with a bow?
I mean, I'm good at being in the woods and knowing what's in the woods and tracking in the woods. I don't fight things in the woods. I hide in the woods and run away in the woods.
Well, good enough for me. At least you won't die doing something silly.
So are we going back to the freaky camp of hyena laughing weird things?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You want me to be stealthy again?
Well, preferably.
Okay, then me and Chuff can we can do that for you. Are we gonna move the camp, or are we gonna leave it here?
How much of the island have we checked out north of us prior to?
I don't personally see much reason to move it yet.
No, not yet. Not until we get a better layout of what we're dealing here inland.
Fair enough. If it looks like we're starting to get pushed too hard, we can always move to the very northern tip of the island and use that little land bridge as a holdout point. But other than that, yeah, everything knows where we are anyways. So.
Okay, then I will leave my stuff here at the camp and just take my traveling gear, and we can head out for the day. Yep.
Sounds like a good idea.
Alrighty then, let's start heading south. And who would like to lead for today?
You might as well go in front of me, Alf. My eyes are just sleep fog today.
All right, I will take the lead.
Alright, is it going to be the same marching order as last time, or are we having a lovely conversation in the back again?
Oh, of course. We're gonna try and teach him how to talk to plants.
That goes about as well as you think it would, which is not well.
Someday I'll get these other races to learn how to do it.
He is honestly trying, though. He just cannot seem to grasp it, but he's really, really trying. He also makes great friends with some poison ivy.
Oh no.
I mean, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. When that happens, can I take a survival check and gather some of that stuff for potion making?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy that picks all the plants. That would be a.
You are able to get poison ivy without giving yourself poison ivy. Congratulations. Alright, so you guys walked for quite a few hours back along the way you came. You would run into the spot where you fought the gnolls last night, in just before the tree line. Doesn't look like anything's been back there since then.
Well, they didn't come back looking for pieces. The body's right where we.
Bodies are right where you left them.
All right, let's continue up to. Is this as far as we made it? Yep.
No, you guys made it further. This is just where they had caught you
Okay,
off time.
I'm gonna keep pushing to where we had made it further, and start looking for a den of some sort, wherever we seem to be about half an hour off of their tracks.
All right, you guys continue going down, and you get to basically the lakefront where you guys had been cornered before. And yeah, this is the general vicinity you guys were in. The trees are really, really dense here. You can't really see through the canopy or anything. It looks like there have not been new tracks since the last time, or if you have, they have been covered.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep heading in the direction it looks like the tracks were going. Is there still like a blood path?
There's still all of the previous stuff, yes, but there is nothing new.
That's fine. I'm gonna just keep following what we were following last night to see if there's a den.
All right, you guys continue making your way around the lake. You guys do a bit of a search around at the lake because you guys don't really know exactly where the area is, so you do wind up covering a bit of territory looking for a den. And as you're sort of approaching this northern, like bay-looking area, between there and the lake, there is a small river. Hello, please. Thank you. A very small river that juts off of it. And just around there, you start seeing lots and lots of tracks. These are fresh ones. These are ones from previous. It is a whole mess.
Can I take a survival check and see if I can figure out roughly how?
You sure can, but
Fucking 23, bud.
so looking at the tracks, you're not. Some of them are hyenas. Some of them are actual gnolls. So it looks like they have a good size of both. This looks to be about like a medium-sized pack. So you're looking about like 30-ish gnolls and 20-ish hyenas.
And I, of course, will relay that to the other.
All right. So let's move quietly. Do you want to head into another direction, or what do you think we should?
Well, they probably got a pretty good grasp of the territory to the north of the lake. Going through here is probably not our wisest idea. We might as well creep around to the south and see what's down that way, because gross things will happen if we try and mess up with that many creepy.
Yeah, I'm apt to agree on that one.
We also, if we don't feel safe being near this nest at all, once we've kind of scouted more, we can always take the skiff and move farther around the edge of the shard instead of creeping and walking back up there.
That is also true.
All right, what are you guys doing? Where are you going?
Okay, so we are at the lake right now, or the.
Yes, you guys are, yes, just about in that top bit there, yes.
Ping. Well, let's head south then.
Yeah, we'll back away from the old group and head south around the lake.
Okay. So you guys go and head towards the south. Traveling on for a bit. You guys get a good amount of exploration down to the south here. Yeah, there we go. And there are little rivers, quote unquote rivers, that run from the lake and out to the sides of the clouds. It's mostly all clouds, and then there's like a small like waterfall that come off of the lake, and you're not sure how the lake is staying full, but it is.
Are we spotting much in the way of null tracks down this neighborhood?
There is, but like not as much as you were up north.
Well, they do come down here, but they don't come down here as much, nearly. So we should be relatively safe down here for now.
You guys gonna keep pushing towards the east, or what would you like to do?
What time of day is it? Where's the sun looking like?
Took you guys a couple hours to get here and look around, so I'm gonna put it at like 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I say we keep pushing down for a little bit, at least another hour or two, and then figure out from there what we want to do.
I agree, and then we should maybe consider moving our camp to another portion of the island. This whole endeavor is about charting this place. We've got a good chunk over here done. We can always attack if not somewhere else, not as null friendly.
Yeah, we can
definitely.
easily ride this skiff down the coastline if we need to and set up another camp.
Those small islands that you see drifting off the edge look like maybe a good idea. They're probably a little more isolated from the indigenes. But in the meantime, we can always keep pushing east. Greg, you got any good ideas? The plant's telling you anything fun?
Nope, that's about it.
Alright, so you guys push east for another little bit. And this is where you guys start seeing the world kind of open up. As you like come out here and look out, all you guys can see for miles is plains. You haven't been there yourselves, but you can see it just continuing to stretch on for quite a while.
All right, yeah, I think getting the skiff, sailing down what would be the coastline, I don't know, the edge of this bloody thing, and setting up camp somewhere around here wouldn't be a bad idea.
No, indeed. Or an alternative thought occurs to me. We could take the skiff back around the northern tip of our peninsula and sail it down that little inlet there. Kind of scout the shoreline along there. If it looks about as friendly as this neighborhood is, we can always set up over there too and kill two birds in one.
Yeah, I don't think there's much point to leaving the skiff up north there anyway if we have to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm fine with taking it around the north of the peninsula as well.
So should we make our way back, keeping in mind we've got a large party of gnolls just the northwest of.
Yeah, I think we start hoofing it back and we might be able to move the skiff and swing around the peninsula.
Too easy that way we don't have to worry about getting jumped while we sleep.
Yes, sir.
As the DM, I'm just going to go ahead and mark on the map the area that you found as a north camp. It will be marked in red.
Well, let's make as much time as we can, grab the boat, move the camp. There's that little island in that inlet that we saw earlier. We could always set up camp there, and that should keep everything but the spider.
All right, so you guys head back towards your camp. On your way back, Josh, out of the corner of your eye, you start seeing little dots of movement in the distance, like 100 feet from you.
We're gonna have company about 100 feet.
Of course we are. All right, I will get my pack of darts handy.
As you guys continue walking, it looks like you watch them as they stay about 100 feet from you, but you can see like 4 or 5 of them like actively watching you and tracking you.
Just make sure we don't get flanked.
They're 100 feet away. I'm going to take my longbow out and remind them that they should probably give us some more space by shooting at one of them, so I can reach out to 150 feet.
All right, roll me an attack.
Oh, that's an 18.
That will hit. You can roll some damage.
So he gets a nice 9 points of piercing damage for his.
All right, there is a solid yelp, and he does there is a small amount of retreat, but Josh, you're able to see out of the corner of your eye. They're still watching. They're still keeping a distance. They all have bows on hand.
I just relay that. Be prepared for incoming arrows if it comes down to it. But I say we just keep.
I gotta put my bow away then.
All right, I will get a perception check from you in the front, Josh.
11.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not having much luck.
That's all right. So as you are heading back, trying to keep an eye out, you are looking side to side. In your peripherals, they're still there, but when you're actively looking for them, you can't really see them at all. And otherwise, you guys make it back to the tree line with no incident. When you actually reach the tree line, as you come up to it, there is one particular knoll that is standing beside one of the trees by the tree line, just obviously in full view. He's not trying to hide at all.
How far away is he?
100 feet like the others.
I wave at him.
He pulls back his teeth into a snarl and keeps watching you.
I pull out my bow and wave it at.
He does not move.
Well, that's the way we gotta go, ain't it?
Can't go around him. Gotta go through him.
Yep. Let's keep an eye out for his friends that are probably trying to sneak up behind us right now.
I mean, you can see them out of the corners of your eyes. There's a fair amount of them.
Yeah, let's put him down fast and get moving then.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna shoot another arrow at him.
All right, roll the hit.
And 19.
Okay, he's gonna go ahead and missile snare.
Fucker, that's my move.
Marty, you gotta roll damage.
Not. Oh yeah. Three.
Without an issue, he catches it in his hand, looks at you, and tosses it back.
Okay, I'm gonna try and missile smoke.
26 to hit.
That's a 16 on the catch check.
Okay, so you definitely do more than his damage.
As much fun as playing hot potato with an arrow with a null sounds, I'm going to put the arrow back in my quiver and say, okay, well, I guess we're doing this the hard way then.
He's just staring at you, just watching you. He's not taking any other action against you.
I'm just gonna keep walking forward.
Yeah, I'm going to put the bow away and do the same.
Okay, you guys keep walking. And you keep walking. And you guys get within 20 feet of him, and he has not moved.
Oh,
I
hey.
know.
My
Hi.
wave.
We just gotta sneak on just right beside you to get our stuff.
He snarls at you in Null, which you cannot understand.
I'm going to tell him his breath is terrible in common and then
That's
just
good.
try and walk on by.
I'm gonna wait for Marty to walk by to see what happens.
He walks by him.
All right, I'm gonna start walking by.
You walk by him.
I really don't trust this.
Oh, not at all.
You guys walk past him some more. Another 20-ish feet away from him. The whole party.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep, like, obviously I'm still checking through the forest and all that, but I'm just gonna keep heading to the campsite.
A number of hyenas and other gnolls join him at the tree line, just watching you. And he raises one hand, and they all start dispersing back to where you assume their den is. But he stays there and continues to watch.
That one's probably the pack leader if I was to hazard a guess.
I mean, probably.
Does he have any distinguishing features or anything that I can remember?
He has a lot of scars. A lot of scarring. Actually, it looks like... You know, give me a perception check to see how much of it you can see.
That would be a 12. Come on, Slash.
The kitten's being very cute. So with the 12, I'd say that you notice a lot of physical scarring on the face and hands. You're pretty sure one of their eyes doesn't work.
Oh, one. Gotcha.
And you guys just keep going.
Hey, the human's still with us, right? Gregg, you didn't lose him on the way back?
I'm right here.
God, you're so quiet. Sometimes I forget. Everyone check their pockets. Like, I feel like we just got mugged or something and didn't realize.
No, it's all the other shoe's gonna drop in about 5 minutes.
Oh, who wants to bet that her stuff's not there?
I'm sure he's just sizing us up, probably after taking our stuff.
Probably.
Well, we could always just go back and burn the forest down.
I mean, probably not gonna be great for the people that want to buy this place. So let's hold off on the burning.
Avery's trying to DM, but there's a cat on the book.
Slush, please. Slush, please. Take this cat. Thank you. Alright, so you guys do make your way back to camp. When you get there, it looks like your stuff has been rummaged through.
Oh no, my carefully organized
Yeah, my bedroll.
Interestingly, nothing has been taken.
Did they pee on stuff?
They did not.
And is the skiff still there?
The skiff is still there and undamaged.
Okay, we're gonna keep an eye out for falling shoes tonight. But
Yeah.
let's stick to our
What time of day is it right now?
Probably close to dinner time, almost sunset.
How fast do skiffs move?
I mean, they're not like a ship, so, I mean, you probably a little faster than you walk, probably about the same amount as a horse, so you could probably make that trip down the peninsula in one day.
All right. Well, I guess we're just waiting for some guests tonight.
Let's maybe pack up, take the skiff up to the very northern tip of the island. Like I said, that little land bridge there looks a lot more defensible from my recollection and looking at our map. And then that way, if they do come to bother us, we don't have to fight the whole horde of them at once. We only have to deal with a few. We might be a little bit hungry when we get there, but
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I definitely don't want to be staying here.
yeah, no, fuck that. They know exactly where we are. We're not staying.
Alright, so you guys pack up and head north. We're on the skiff. I'll say it takes you like, honestly, it probably takes you closer to like hour 15 to get to the very, very tip of the peninsula on the skiff.
Perfect. Let's set up camp and get ready to get our asses kicked.
Yeah, we can easily just set up a small fire, and that's really all we.
What do we have for trees up here?
This edge is kind of like sparse trees, the occasional pine.
And how big across is that land bridge?
Like 30 to 40 feet across, maybe? I think.
Anyone got an axe? I'm gonna see about maybe getting some sharp wooden sticks and kind of putting them in the. Human, you have an axe? Gregg? Elf? Axe? Anything?
Let me check. I'll rummage through my bags. Nope.
I do not carry an axe,
sure.
nope.
Well, guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way then. Who wants to take first?
I can take the first double watch.
Sure, I'll take the next one after that when the sun's still down. Low.
Okay, and then yeah, Gregor can take the last, and the sun will be kind of coming.
All right, you all bunk down for the night as best you can. Light a fire, I'm assuming, and take your watches. All right. So, Josh, if you want to roll me your first person.
14.
Okay, your first watch goes by without issue.
$14 again.
Again, second watch, not an issue.
All right, I go tap the tiefling and go find my spot and sit down and start meditating.
All right. Well, I got 19 in my modifier. That makes 20.
Alrighty. Your watch is going pretty well. Not much is going on. You start hearing some noise in the distance, but it's still a ways off. And then your watch starts to come to an end.
I will mention that to the meditating elf on the way to wake up my friend, the Furbog, and I will also pass that on to him that I'm hearing shit coming our way. I'm also going to take the time to treat my caltrops that I carry with the poison ivy, or the spider poison I gathered earlier.
Do you have a poisoner's kit?
I actually do not. Never mind.
Okay, then you don't.
Oh, wait. I have the kit. Proficiency. I shouldn't have the kit. Never mind. I don't know why that's still there. I thought I took it.
Okay, that makes it Gregg's turn. Gregg, if you would please give me your perception.
I actually think Nick's out having a smoke right now.
Nick, how could you?
Bio break, I guess. I gotta pee in here.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I already peed, so I'll stay here, but yeah.
Well, you ain't got a shit bucket? I am back and sufficiently empty.
I am still here.
And I still wait for the need.
Smoke break.
Yay, we have a Nick again. Hooray!
Alright, what's going on?
It's your turns. What's up?
You are on night watch, my friend. It is your turn to take a perception check.
Oh, and as I woke you up, I let you know I hear a bunch of noise coming our way, but it's still pretty.
No worries. 16 plus 7. 23 on the roll.
And I'm just gonna stay awake. I'm gonna take a nap.
I was gonna say exhaustion's probably not your best bet.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that.
There we go. I'm free of kitten again. All right. So, as you're watching in the distance and keeping an eye out, you also start hearing something coming your way. As it comes closer and closer, you start hearing the cackling of many hyenas off in the distance, slowly coming towards you.
Oh, that's expected.
You essentially, around dawn is when you start to actually dig it close enough to see. About 200 feet from where you are, you can just barely start making them out, coming forward in amongst whatever tall grass or trees that there are. There's about 20 to 25 gnolls.
I assume we stayed out of the tall grass.
Correct. You stayed on the peninsula, at the very, very, very top of the mountain.
Yeah, once I can start actually seeing them, I'll start getting everybody else up.
Okay, so they get to about 180 feet, and you start being able to make them all out.
Once I'm awake, I will go up to the narrowest part of the bridge that I can and post up there, because I guess that's where the fight's going to be. Before we start, I'm going to throw all these caltrops I have down on the ground in front of me. So anything entering that 5x5 has to time the register.
Can't we just get on the skiff and sail away?
They do have bows. We're going to be taking a lot of fire as we move.
So we're gonna fight 20 of them?
I'm up for whatever you guys need.
I mean... Yeah?
I mean, I don't want to spend the whole time I'm on this island running from these guys. We might as well remind them they're not to be totally screwed with, but I guess we can always jump on the skiff and boat away for a bit.
Alright, well, if we're all up, we can position the skiff right on the edge so that we can just jump on it and go if we need to. And then,
Agreed. Our little Salander? Salander? Our human friend can sit on the skiff and stay out of trouble with shots.
yeah, that's a good idea. He can keep the motor running or whatever it has.
I'm okay with this. I really don't want to be a part of any of this combat.
Okay, good. Don't drop my stuff into the abyss then. Let's get ready to get some butts.
Okay, so your cartographer jumps onto the skiff with Chuffs and sets it off to sail just a little bit from you guys. And the gnolls are slowly approaching. They're taking their sweet time about it, and they're fanning out a lot. There is about 20 gnolls, and as they come closer, you see that they do have some hyenas with them.
Now remember, if we isolate them at the thinner part of the bridge, they can't really swarm us entirely.
Give me perception checks from everybody, please.
For
20.
All right. So, Greg, as you're looking out among all of the gnolls and the hyenas, you do see that big, really scarred one just sort of walking in the middle amongst them, just watching you all back and forth along behind the other gnolls. You also notice that none of them have weapons drawn.
I'm gonna leave mine in its sheath for now, and just sort of watch them and see what they're doing. Because, like, with them letting us through, it's
Hey, Greg.
Is Marty trying to say something?
Are you guys able to hear Marty or no?
No.
Okay, well, for some reason his touch to speak has stopped working.
Yeah, it looks like it's turned on. Tell him to restart Discord. And what was he trying to say?
He was trying to ask Greg if Greg speaks no.
No, heck no.
Yeah, I don't think gnolls have an actual spoken language.
Alright, give me 3 seconds. There we go. Martin, try talking now.
Okay. So they're still kind of sawing away.
His thing's still stuck on. His his voice is coming through yours.
Yeah, I shut my phone off to restart it.
Oh, okay.
Stubborn. So yeah, I guess we hurry up and wait for them to get into talking. See what they want to do, gentlemen.
Yeah, if they don't have weapons drawn, I'm just gonna wait and see what they do.
Yarp, fair plan.
Okay, so they do approach more and more. They are surrounding your little peninsula, but again, they don't have weapons drawn. While they are actively snarling and posturing, they aren't actually taking physical melee. There seems to be like some yipping in amongst each other, and then one also heavily scarred gnoll comes forward and like squares off with you, like trying to snarl at you guys and like posture and threaten.
I just sort of look at the other two and shrug my shoulders, look back at the gnolls and like, what do you want?
The gnoll, the middle. Oh, there we go. Hang on a second. Can you put it back to voice chat?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. We managed to get that under control. Okay, so the gnoll in the middle that is scarred as well, but is not the leader that you saw last night, takes a step towards you and like pushes at the ground with his paw and scrapes it along the ground and draws a weapon.
I take a step forward.
He like growls at you and gestures with his weapon again.
I'm gonna walk up to the edge of the line and kind of look at him like, what? What do you want?
He wants somebody to fight him. Who wants to fight him?
I mean, I can go for a good scramble.
I mean, we all could go for a good scramble. I just don't know if, like, you want to do it or if Gregg wants to do it. Do you want to do, like, boulder parchment shears?
Fight for it. No, I'm kidding.
1 second, we're gonna beat the crap out of each other, and you can fight the winner. Gregg, do you want to take a swat at this guy? Because that seems more your thing.
Yeah, sure, I don't mind.
I will step back from the line and kind of make an after-user gesture.
I'll pop my neck side to side and start stalking towards him.
And I'm just going to stare at the dude that drew the line with his foot and do the double finger like I'm watching you.
All right, so you square up with this knoll in the middle. The knoll in the middle, like, cracks his shoulders and cracks his muscles, and all the other knolls start, like, doing a semicircle around the two of you. And I will need initiative.
Fight, 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 fight. Oh, should we do initiative?
Two.
Strong go last. Always lets the enemy cut him first.
Yeah, that's kind of my... That tracks.
I fucking love this character so much. All right, so the knoll's gonna go first, unsurprisingly. All right, he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna go for a multi-attack with his glaive.
Now remember, Greg, the aim of a fight is not to get cut more than the other guy. Say,
What if I am burning, though? That doesn't cut.
well, you know what I... Just hit him till he stops moving.
All right, so the first hit is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and the other one is an 8.
That will not hit.
Excellent. So I will do... Wow. I will go ahead and roll damage on that first one then.
And not that I think that one was, but as a reminder, no crits on me, please.
Of course. And that will be a 7 points of slashing damage from the glaive, and he's keeping you at 10 feet.
Okay.
Go ahead and take your turn, my friend.
I will move in to just smack him once, and then use my bonus action to do a spiritual weapon.
All right, go for it.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
For 9 damage, and then the spiritual weapon will go. 17 to hit.
17 also hits.
For another 9 damage.
All right. He definitely looks like he's taking some damage. He will take his turn at you again, and he is going to go for another multi-attack. 2 pokes with the glaive. That's another 21 to start, followed by a natural 1 there, friend.
Oh no.
He half trips. That one is 9 points of damage to you, Nick. And then it is your turn.
Excuse me. Just getting some wording right here. Where's action? Okay. So half trips. He's still engaging me though, right? Like if I try to cast Guiding Bolt, then I'll take an AOO.
Correct.
If you try and do a ranged attack when you're in his melee range, it'll be a disadvantage.
Oh, that's true. They did change that.
Oh, right. Thank you. Either way, I'm just going to try and smack him. For 17.
I approve.
17 hits.
Okay, and as I do that, I'll use my bonus action to use Searing Smite. So I'll have my normal damage, and then I'll hit him for 3d6 fire, and then he is on fire, and every turn he can try and save it or take another d6.
Okay, go ahead.
I further approve.
15. So that'll be another 19 damage.
Oh boy. All right.
Then on his turn, I'll need a Constitution save.
Okay, Constitution saving throw from him. That's gonna be a no.
Okay, he'll take another 4 fire damage from burning.
Okay, he is very on fire. Okay, he's looking incredibly hurt. He's just gonna shake himself and fling himself at you with another multi-attack. 2 more at the glade. He is very on fire and unable to attack you.
Okay.
Go ahead and take your turn.
I'll try and smack him. 17 on the dice, so that'll hit. And what the hell, we'll do another Searing Smite. Seven, 11, 15, 19 again.
Okay, you burn him to a crisp.
Yeah, that was pretty expected, actually. I scratch my chin, look around at all his friends, and just sniff. Be like, who's next?
There is a bunch of chittering amongst the gnolls in whatever language they have. They look amongst each other, and there's nodding and yipping. And then the big alpha male looks around, picks a gnoll in the far back, and gestures for him to go forward. And this is like a scrawny little gnoll. You've never seen a gnoll quite this small.
Oh, the Rookie Knoll.
I got dibs. I got dibs.
I want to beat something up too, but all right.
Oh, you can fight the wiener kid.
And like this
Oh
gnoll,
no, I'm gonna challenge the big guy. Who are you? Yeah.
this gnoll looks like rather emaciated, like super skinny, super frail, and just sort of steps forward. But he's very spry, and you think he might be younger than the other.
Okay, you want the big guy? I'll take this one.
I mean, never trust the small ones.
You saw what I did to his friends. Anyways, I'm gonna walk up to the line and kind of
crack my knuckles and give him.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck out there.
After your performance, I'm gonna have to work hard to make myself look good.
I pull out some of the dried meat from one of my rations and just sort of like start chewing on it while I'm.
Okay, that's really funny. I fucking love that. Give me your initiative there.
18.
Natural 20.
Also gonna blow a cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
Marty's gonna get beat up by like Kung Fu Master probably.
It's like the drunken master or something, or he's gonna like death touch me. My head's gonna explode.
While they're both walking up to the line, I just sort of like stare down the big dude and do the like, I'm looking at you double finger eye motion again.
All right. Well, the Knoll is up first. And you watch him snarl at you. His mouth goes into like a big hyena-like grin. And he's going to chitter something in another language. And when he does, there's a magical sword. Looks like a
He's a warlock.
bone-style scimitar floats in the air. Looks extremely similar to something you saw one of your compatriots do earlier today.
Oh, he's a cleric.
And he's gonna go ahead and go at you.
Hey, Greg, do you want to fight this one instead, and I can take a different guy?
Kick him in the nuts.
All right, that will be a total of 14 to hit. Okay, so he's gonna do some damage.
And you will be their savior. Your strength will be their shield, and your will
That'll be 6 points of damage there, sir.
remain.
Now, he is going to, for his trouble, get himself a hellish rebuke. So he's gonna have to make a dexterity.
He got a 7 on the dice. He's a cleric.
Sorry, 1 sec. Math hard. Okay, that's gonna get him 14 fire damage.
Okay, he is looking rough.
After one thing?
He's
Man,
a
poor guy.
cleric.
He came with the best and he missed.
All right, so go ahead, take.
I'm gonna roll all ones on this, just you guys watch. Alright, I'm going to square. And because I just love using this, he's gonna get my coiling grasp tattoo, so you know the drill he needs. Doesn't say I can't not use it.
If it's charged, it's once.
Oh, that's a once a day thing? Okay, good to know.
Let me check.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing here and it doesn't say anything about charges. You know what? In hindsight, that's probably the case because this is like a playtest thing. It's probably just not written in all the way yet. Let's see. Let me just Google that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw something earlier about that being a once a day thing.
Because mine says it recharges when I use it. It recharges and his doesn't say that, so I don't know.
You know what? It's based off of a magic item. It's like a drow wand. I tell you what, if I can't dig anything up on the... Sorry, I'll do some impromptu research here and then. If I can't find anything, I can always just say, like, I can only use it once a day or something as well. Okay, so here's the tentacle rod, which is what this tattoo basically looks like. Quote unquote, made by the drow, this rod's a magic weapon ends through every tentacles. When holding the rod, you can use the action to direct each tentacle to attack a creature. You can see within 15 feet of you. This is where it diverges, but it basically does the damage differently. And then moreover, on each of the turns, you take either an action. It doesn't say there's a charge limit on that either.
Wait, wands?
It doesn't sound like it's a wand. It sounds like it's a rod.
Yeah, tentacle rod.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
seen that
it doesn't
cartoon
have
movie.
anything listed for it. Whereas the other tattoos that have a per day usage have a charge thing on them.
Well, it's play testing, and I'm the DM, so I'm just gonna call it and say it's once a day.
Sounds good.
Good enough for me. I haven't used it yet today, but since this guy's looking a little ragged, I might. Yeah, I'm just gonna give him an unarmed strike. Woof. Sick.
To hit? No.
Bastard. Bonus action, I'm gonna do that again and try and hit him. Okay, that's it.
12 does not hit, friend.
Apparently, I can't hit things very well today.
That's fine. I'm probably gonna die.
He's a spry motherfucker. He's dancing around you like it's nothing. Alright. He's gonna go ahead and come at you, bro, and get within melee. And he's gonna try a ranged touch attack. Or, no, just a touch. Josh knows what's up.
Bad touch.
I know where this is going. You better hope he doesn't hit it.
That's a 13 on the dice.
And that's my AC.
That hits.
Oh, here we go, bud. Let me look up how many dice that.
What level is it?
It should be like second.
It's probably 4. It was nice knowing you, Marty.
No, it wasn't. Don't you lie to me. I know what you all think of me.
He didn't roll terribly, so that's 13 points of necrotic damage.
That's not too bad.
Nah, there was some ones in there, you know, it could have been worse. And now he's going to use his bonus attack to hit you with his, his spiritual weapon.
Motherfucker.
I
He
told
rolled
you,
a
beware
3.
the small ones.
He rolled a 3 to hit you, so he's not going to hit with the spiritual weapon. You dodge out.
Alright, I'm going to just punch the shit out of him again.
You're going to try to.
Yeah, so that's an 18.
That will hit. There you go.
takes 3 bludgeoning. Every D4 I've rolled tonight has been a fucking 1. He takes 3 bludgeoning damage.
Lol. Okay.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to flurry of blows him and do 2 more melee.
Giver.
Okay, first one's an 8, second one's a 20.
Okay. Second one hits.
Okay, now he's going to take 4 bludgeoning damage.
He is going to fall down.
Yay!
Kind of going to dust off my wounds and give him a little poke with my toe to see if he's still alive, and then just walk away.
Good job, Cadre. Should have kicked him in the nuts again.
Yeah, I'm going to remember that for next time.
So all the gnolls clamber around again, and this one is dragged back into their group.
I walk up to the line. I pull my sword out and stick it in the ground, and I stare at the big one, and I just point at him.
He kind of eyes you up and down, and like thinks about it. And then he's gonna shake his head at you and motion another gnoll forward.
Oh, you'll get your shot at him someday, don't you worry.
I shrug, and I look at him, and I just sort of shake my head.
I'm going to shout pussy at him in common, not that he understands us.
Okay. You sure do that.
And then I'm going to go nurse my wounds.
Okay, good plan. Good plan.
All right, I wait for the other gnoll to walk up. Does this one look like it has any weapons?
This one does not carry any weapons. This one is like a head taller than their leader and built like he works out.
All right.
Suck down a healing potion.
All right. He's gonna take his place in line and just sort of stare at you.
Hey, Phelan,
All right. Yo.
kick him in the nuts.
Oh,
You should listen. I think that's actually a good one.
All right, and give me initiative.
I have to find a dice that hasn't been sucking. I think it might be my dice tray today. Yeah, that's a 6.
That's okay. He rolled a 3.
Yay!
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, where no one can roll.
Cool. So I get to go first?
You sure do, bud. Go right ahead.
Okay, I'm going to use half my movement to take my sword out of the ground and stab him with it.
Do.
That is a... where is it? 19 to hit.
19 hits.
That is 4 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And a bonus action unarmed strike. That's a natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And in case it matters, right now my strikes are considered magical in overcoming.
Okay, good to know. All right, so
I'm just waiting for this motherfucker to rage or something.
he takes a good long look at you and like massages his jaw. Then he's gonna go ahead and take a couple steps back, provoking your attack of opportunity.
Okay. That is a 20. It was almost a nat 20. That's a.
Okay, that definitely hits. Go ahead.
That is 7 points of slash.
Okay, perfect.
Put marshmallows in my Let's see,
Hmm?
again, cold feet. Put
Josh,
marshmallows.
how'd you get the magic punchy fist so early? We're not supposed to get that to level 6.
That's my tattoo, fool.
Ah, fucker, I figured as much.
And I haven't even activated it yet. I'm saving it for the big.
Hmm.
Oh, it gives you a passive too. That's
All right, so he takes a couple more steps back, so he's about 20 feet from you. And then he's going to use a swift action to wild shape.
Okay. Now, does that mean bonus actions?
Yes. I'm thinking 3.5, yes.
Cool.
All right, and he's going to turn himself into a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, he's a druid.
Druid.
And he's going to go ahead as the saber-toothed tiger and take his action. His action is going to be to pounce.
Now kick him in the nuts.
So I need you to make a strength saving throw.
That's a 2.
You are knocked prone, and he gets to make a bite attack at you.
Nice.
That is a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. That takes it back to your turn.
I stand back up and I dust myself off and I. Okay. And then I stab him. That is a 9.
That does not hit.
All right. I'm gonna go unarmed bonus action unarmed. That is 12.
12 does not hit.
All right. I stand here.
Excellent. He will go ahead and take a claw attack at you. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
For 13 slashing damage.
Ouch.
Go ahead.
All right. That is 10 for the short.
Nope.
That is 21 for the unarmed strike.
There you go.
That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, got it. His turn again. He's taking a bite. He misses terribly with a 2
Yeah.
on the dice.
Suck it.
Give it another go there, Josh.
Yeah, it is a. Where is it? 8 for the. And a
Okay.
natural 20 for my punchy punches.
There you go. Give me them punchy punches.
That is 10 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
All right, he's looking pretty wounded. And he's gonna go ahead and try this bite again. That'll be a 14 to hit.
Nope.
It's like, well,
Very nice.
I've got.
Yeah, is that it for him?
It will be when he does his damage. Give me 1 second.
You said 14. That doesn't hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard incorrectly. Go ahead.
That is 17 for my short.
Finally, I was going to tell you to sell that thing when we got back to town price.
Right?
Go right ahead. That's absolutely hits.
That is 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is 12 for the unarmed strike.
12 does not hit. He's gonna go for another swipe because that seems to be working better for him. $15 to hit?
Nope.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a 19 on the dice for the short sword.
Nice.
That is 8 points of.
Okay, the wild form drops.
Oh yeah, and the rest just carries over, right? He doesn't go unconscious.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I'm going to bonus action flurry blood.
Okay.
16 on the dice.
Yep, go ahead.
That is 8 points of magical bludgeoning damage. And I need him to make a he has to make a dex save of.
He does not make it.
So he now falls prone. And that is an 18 on the dice for my second unarmed strike.
Yep, go ahead.
That is 7 points of magical bludgeoning.
All right, got it. On his turn, he takes half movement to stand up. Looks over his shoulder at the one in charge, and they talk for a minute. And then the one that's in charge steps forward and sort of nods at you.
I just sort of stare at him, shrug my shoulders.
The other one turns, and the one that you were fighting turns and goes back into the line, and looks like they're attempting to heal him up.
So, do you just want to test each of us with one of your guys? Do you just want to keep doing this all day? Like, we got a job to do. And I know he can't understand.
I'm fine with doing it all day. I don't mind.
If this is like an every morning thing with these guys too, then fuck, let's just pitch camp right next to them. They're near the middle of the island as far as
I'm talking to the alpha.
Yep. What languages do you guys speak?
Deep speech, Elvish, and Giant.
I'm mainly thinking about
What was the last one?
Giant.
yeah.
I speak Draconic, Elvish, Undercommon, and Thieves' Cant.
Oh, they're so good. Yeah, they're so good.
Okay.
They've got like
He speaks in a language you guys do not understand, and tilts his head a little bit. It sounds similar to something Martin knows, but not quite there.
It is fulfilling when we eat it. It doesn't take a ton of work.
I turn to the other two and shrug my shoulders like, what do you guys want to do here? Should I just kick him in the dick?
Exactly.
So hold on for a second, and I'm gonna try talking to him in
Honestly, I don't even know about buying any
He like his ears perk up slightly, but then he
There
shakes
was
his head
posted an
and he's
article,
like,
there's people that work at meat factories are like outcrying all over the world about it. It's like it was.
I'm gonna
angry
try
as
again in
shit.
Draconic, and then I'm out of ID.
he just sort of like huffs a little and then looks back over his shoulder and like lets out this gnollish bark. And they bring out the tiny one that you fought, who they have healed.
Oh, hey, champ.
I'm just craving a little sweets, which is so weird. I am not a sweet tooth kind of person.
And he is going to nudge him forward, and this time he's going to speak in Elvish. Can you understand us now?
I
Oh,
can't.
yeah, I can.
No.
Yeah, I reply in Elvish like, yeah. What the fuck?
You guys need to learn how to fight.
Yeah, that too. Actually, your showing was pretty simple.
We are not used to visitors other than from the pointy-eared peoples.
I
You
point
are
to
not
my
all
ear
pointy-eared.
and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You are
hey,
pointy
my
ears,
ears
they
are
are not
real
pointy.
pointy and huge.
Yeah. Oh wait, I don't understand what you guys are all saying. So I'm just gonna kind of look back and forth and shrug.
You just see me caressing my ears.
Good. It's such a damn good show. It's weirdly quotable.
So, did we pass your
If you say
or
anything
whatever
that's
that was?
to the average person, it tends to cause problems.
Yes, the Alpha says you may stay on the island.
Okay. I mean, not really his choice, but okay.
If we had killed you, then it would not have been your choice.
I mean, given how you guys fight, I don't think you would have had the chance to.
Hey, Greg, can you translate for me what's going on here? Because I'm feeling left out, and I don't like that.
Yeah, he says we're allowed on the island because they don't know how to fight. I say in common.
Yeah, I say in common, they're like, yeah, they said they would have killed us and then we wouldn't be on the island anymore. And I told them, like, I mean, realistically, no, they didn't fight that well.
That story.
Well,
Austin
at least we have their blessing to stay here. Ask them if that means we can walk around unimpeded.
So I turn back to them and I say again in Elvish, okay, so are you guys going to, like, go away? We got a job to do. Like, are we just going to keep this one-on-one thing going, or do we have to unleash our true power?
Or are you guys willing to exchange services for information?
The little one looks back and talks to the Alpha for a minute, and then he huffs and comes back. Alpha wants to know why you are here on the island.
Oh,
You know what
wait.
it is?
Greg, can I just assume you're translating for me as conversation?
Absolutely.
The crappy little recipes over.
Yeah, I just say we have a job to draw what this island looks like.
The better recipes. And then it starts to
Somebody bought it. They're going to be moving in soon. So
Maybe let's not tell them that part yet.
one of them
I already did.
If I make
I say in common back to him. I already did. It's going to happen. Who cares?
I like
When I
your
go back
style,
to-
Phelan.
brewer, I get
I've done this stuff before. It's, you know, you just, it's like a bandage. You just got to rip it right off.
So the little skinny one goes back and talks to the Alpha for a second, and the Alpha sort of huffs and then looks back at all of you and then sends the little one over again. What information do you want?
I'm struggling.
What can you tell us about this island?
Lots of things. Be more specific.
I just rub my temples a little bit. What other animals live here?
Big ones, wolves, us, things that are underneath.
Easiest stuff to find. That's why I always do
I'm
prepare.
going to perk up at that and go,
yeah.
what lives under?
What do they look like?
My experience with Elder Scroll games
Things from the deep.
is that elsewhere,
What kind of things?
blacksmithing, second
Strange things. Humanoid things that walk on two legs, but
It takes time.
should
All of them.
not be here.
It's about grinding
Should be
out
more
the
underneath.
first. You gotta
I say
do
to
the same fucking thing over and
what's his
over
name?
and
I say to the tiefling,
over.
Cadre, like, yeah, nothing that comes from underground is ever any good.
I came from underground.
I mean, were you born underground?
Food is the same way.
No, granted.
So there you go.
Just make them. So.
In comment, I'm gonna say, I don't know. What do we want to ask these guys? They're not really giving us much of anything to go off of.
I say they
I'm
help
really
us.
itching for a dick kicking.
They help us map the island out. They can probably do it a lot
Ask them
faster.
if we can have this little fight club in the mornings if we so choose. Other than that, though, I
Okay.
mean, really, all I think we should get from these guys is
Well-
permission to move around and not have to worry about them bothering us constantly. Because I'm told gnolls have the attention span of. They don't have attention span, so that we might have to deal with this shit periodically.
So I turn back and start up in Elvish again, and I say, so we're allowed to start going through this island as we see fit? Are you guys going to be bugging us? Or do we kind of have free reign to go where?
You cannot come in our dens, and you cannot take our food.
Okay. Are you going to come and fight us again tomorrow morning?
What would be the point?
I mean, if
I
they
don't know,
help us
maybe
map the
learn
place, we
something?
could take care of the deep things for them.
We do all of our learning from our god.
What god do you follow?
The god.
Oh my god, I'm
That
just
is
getting
still
yelled
it.
like 4 times in a row.
I thought the gods were dead.
I mean, some people say they died and then are like, well, some people say they lost their power and they're still here. That's even if they were around in the first.
I'm really good at that job.
You really are.
That might be worth. I'm gonna glance over at our little cartographer and kind of wave him over insistently, and then.
Yes? What?
Okay, they're talking to us now, and we've kind of got it to the point that they respect us enough that they'll leave us the fuck alone as long as we stay out of their lairs and don't steal what they need to eat. They say that they worship a god and that there's mostly just other wildlife on the island, but also things that are coming up from the Underdark by the sound of it. So, how does that affect your job?
Your job is to keep me safe. As long as I'm safe, then it's not a problem.
No, your job.
You mean like mapping it?
Yes, do you want to map the Underdark? Because I can help you get
fuck
around
no.
now.
No, not my problem. I'm just here to map the.
I like it.
Oh, fine.
As the little human and his dog approaches, the alpha looks over your shoulders at him and like shakes his head and like waves forward a hyena and another gnoll with a bow and arrow.
I put my fingers up and I make like the no motion, waggle finger, and I go, no, he's not gonna fight anybody in Elvish.
The little one barks to the alpha and then looks back to you. You can walk the island. He must prove.
I'm gonna tell the human, hey, if you want to actually set foot on the island, you're gonna have to beat the crap out of one of these things.
No, it is your job to protect me. That is how this works. No. No.
Cadre, why? Why would you?
Because it amuses me to watch him squirm sometimes. Can you ask the Null if there's any way we can secure access for the human and his mastiff to the island without having him do all the fighting? Because frankly, he's an acad.
I turn back in Elvish. I point at the tiefling, and I'm like, "That's the small human is his pet, and so his pet's not allowed to fight anything because it's just sort of like here. He never likes to leave it home, right? So."
As Gregg is obviously translating this, I'm going to make a show of turning my head and biting the inside of my mouth as hard as I can.
There's like a pause and like there's chittering between all of the gnolls for a second.
I'm
and
going
then
to
I look
scratch
back.
the top of his head and smile.
I just pointed at him. I'm like, look at him. He's got no muscle mass. He's got no weapons, no symbols on him. Like, he's just a house.
Yeah, human. They think you're my pet.
So the gnolls are gonna chitter back and forth to one another,
Graham's
and then
side
the
of the
small
bed.
one's gonna come forward and say, what is a pet?
Hey, Graham.
A pet
You
is
keep this one?
yeah. We feed him, and he like does stuff for us, and he does like little tricks. And
Human, I need you to lay on your back and roll around on the ground.
no. I say in common. I'm like, they don't know what a pet means. Just like get him to hold up a picture.
Just focus on the game.
I'm going to explain this to the human that he needs to really simplify this.
Excuse me, what? No, I will not roll around on the. Are you what?
Do you want to die?
We're not going to die. You beat
Do
them quite
you
easily.
want to die?
We're not going to die. No.
There's 30 of them.
I had 20. Yeah, can I get an accurate count as to how many of them there are now?
There are 20 gnolls and 6 hyenas.
There's 26 of them, probably more back at their camp. If they don't want us here, they're gonna eat you. So let's just, for the sake of everyone, make life easy and just do it the once, and then you don't have to do it again, and I'll write you a heartfelt apology when we get back.
While you guys are arguing, the little one just sort of tilts his head and he's like, You keep him?
Yeah,
Yes?
fantastic.
He belongs to you?
Huge series. We're talking like 12 seasons.
I'm gonna look at
I
the
mean-
alien
I
and just
mean,
nod.
It's hard to explain pet if you don't know what it is. It's not something that belongs to him per se. It's just, he's somebody that the tiefling, and I point to the tiefling again, he just brings him around because he brings him joy. He draws little funny pictures and stuff.
He keeps him.
Sure.
He's slave.
No, that's exactly what I wasn't saying. Not slave. He is free to go wherever he wants. We don't make him do things if he doesn't want to. That's the big difference.
If he free, he fight.
Hobbit is the best.
He doesn't know how to fight.
It's more like, if you keep a squirrel around to talk to or to watch it dance. It's more like that.
Why would do? No point.
Because it's fun.
Yeah, dancing is great.
If he free, he fights. If he slave, he fights.
All right, well, I've exhausted all avenues. Step up, whatever human, whatever your name is. I honestly can't. What is
Salad, I think. Salad.
Saladar.
They
Alright,
say
alright.
if you're a slave, you don't have to fight, but if you're a free man, you
No,
have to.
no. We're not going to use the S word. No.
Trust me, I agree wholeheartedly.
Because I feel like if we say that to them, the whole situation's going to turn more nasty than it already is.
They seem to be of the opinion that if he's our slave, then he's fine to be here, was what I understood was the translation that I got.
I don't know if they're going to be okay with slavery or not. Not really.
I'm not okay with
Yeah,
slavery,
it's okay.
and I resent that we have to resort to this, but if the
I mean, we
deception
don't.
keeps him off of our ass,
Salamander, whatever your name is. What weapons can you use? Can you use any? Or are you one of those the pen is mightier people?
I am not fighting anything. It is your job to fight things for me. I'm not. going
I'm
to
sorry,
fight
it's
anything
against the
but-
rules.
No,
Against the
no.
rules. All we have to do is keep you alive.
Is it though?
If they
Can
knock you unconscious, we'll give you
Oh.
a health.
can we not call a champion for him? Do we know that we can't?
I turn around and
you can.
we say that in Elvish. Hey, can he choose a champion to fight for him?
Tell them his owner will fight for him if they really want him to.
If he free, he fight.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, he's the tiefling slave.
God, I don't like this.
You didn't hear me say that. I said it in Elvish.
He slave that fine.
Yeah,
He has to stay with that one though.
yeah, absolutely. Don't worry. He doesn't go very far. He's very skittish and he pees a lot.
I'll
As
get
Greg
the
says
lead.
this to me, I just sigh and rest my tail on the human's.
I
If he in
pull
territory by
my rope
himself,
out of my
they
bag and start tying it around the human
Don't
and
do
give it to
that.
Marty.
So,
If we wander
Salindar,
away,
you,
we take.
you need to stay within arm's length of me at all times while we're on this island, or they're going to eat you. So if you want me to do my job, keeping you alive, don't leave my sight.
Period.
I wasn't planning on leaving anyone's sight. Fuck that.
It'll be easier with this rope too.
I have my own rope.
The rope is a little demeaning. I will be honest.
Yeah, we don't need to do the rope.
Oh, I need to do it.
Okay, so here's what we're going to ask these people now, these gnolls that we've struck up a dialogue, which still blows my mind. Can I lend? God, I resent saying this. Can I lend my slave to either of you two in case I need to do something like, I don't know, go take a shit?
Oh,
that I
no,
don't have to
son.
keep them watching me?
I don't believe in keeping slaves, so I could never agree to that.
Slavery is kind of appalling. And
I don't either. Why did I draw the short straw?
I don't know. Maybe study different languages when you're younger.
I'm gonna start swearing in Infernal as much as I can and see if the Alpha at least understands that I'm pissed.
The Alpha is chuckling and saying something in a different language you can't understand.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
I
have to
turn
learn to
back
talk,
to the Knoll, and I'm like, okay, are we good? Can we go? We've stuff.
Yes, you free. You can go.
All right, sweet. Do you know where I can get a real fight around here, or nah? Just kidding.
I tell you what, I'm gonna see at some point while we're here, because I get the impression will be a while, if I can learn what that Alpha was speaking, and then maybe I can point you in the right direction to talk to him. If you diss him enough, he'll probably want to fight with you. In the meantime, now that these things are willing to let us traipse around, do we want to continue with our original plan and take the skiff farther down into the inlet?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
The little one was tutoring with the Alpha again, and he comes back. Alpha says if you want fight, go under or far east.
What's
All right,
far east?
Don't worry about it. Let it be a surprise.
God wishes you well. Praise be. And he does like a little symbol in the air and then nods to you and walks back to the group, and they all start dispersing.
And is it the symbol for the savior?
It is not.
I didn't recognize that. Did either of you two
Yeah,
recognize that?
do I recognize that?
That'd be a religion check. from
Yeah, I was
anyone that wants
about to
make it.
say, I'm gonna make one of them.
You don't want me to try and make that.
Woof. How about a 9?
That is a 16.
Nothing you've ever heard of.
Cool.
All right, and with that, you guys get back on the skiff, head down to your new location for the evening, and that's what we'll call game tonight.
Nice.
That's fun.
Where would you guys like to end up? So I can put it on the map and leave it for...
I vote there. If you two have any other ideas, we can always use the island.
That's right beside the Knoll camp.
Let's stick to that little island in the inlet then. I mean, they're going to leave us alone, but we don't have to worry about the kids going through this shit while we're not at home, kind of.
Also, Talon says hi.
So that one where I just put green.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And say hi back to Talon for...
You already did?
Hi, Talon. Forgot about that part.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is live. All those fails were put on the internet for everyone to see.
Oh darn, people watch me roll dice horribly and butcher words in the English language, which I clearly don't.
All right, so
Yeah, we'll camp on the green spot. Then we can just take the skiff over in the morning, go do what we need to do, take the skiff back to the island.
okay, sounds good. I will see you all next week. and it was super fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thanks for coming
Groovy.
in, guys. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
This will be on YouTube probably tomorrow as well, or at least pretty shortly here.
Thanks.
Okay, I see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
What's really exciting is our party has no